biggest misinterpretation would be that as soon as I assign you a new address to a structure that you're getting ready to build, you cannot automatically go onto Google and find that address 10 minutes later. It's not going to populate. I get that very often. Unfortunately, I do not work for Google or Apple Maps, but it is automatically live on our site, so first responders are able to pick that up. Google will not pick it up, and most likely until you start receiving mail.
Our beef is exclusively available at the Monk's Marketplace. Taste the difference that care and quality make, and visit our serene landscape to pick up your perfect cut.
On Benedict Street, Hardesty's Market and Deli is your go-to for all your local meat needs. It's also the perfect spot for lunch, offering your favorite local sandwiches, dips, sweets, and more. Support local, stop by Hardesty's Market and Deli today.
For 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has trade classes for all ages. These programs are not just for our high school students, they are for all ages, and you have the opportunity to get further educated within our community and pick up a trade skill today at Gordon Cooper Technology Center.
A lot of people don't know we started Eric's Pharmacy in 1995. So we've been going strong for over 29 years. We had a chance to spruce things up, put in new flooring, new shelving, and it really came together beautifully. We invite everyone to come by and take a look.
Castor Key Auto Mart, online or in person. Castor Key Auto Mart. They're good people to deal with.
Senior Antoine Cudjoe. His parents are Tasman and Gloria Cudjoe. Senior Joe Collier. He's accompanied by his parents, Randy and Donna Allen. Senior Tyson Brown. His parents are Billy and Suzanne Brown. Senior Zach Wallace. He's escorted by his parents, Jim Wallace and Nikki Wallace. Senior Lamar White. His parents are Burton White and Paul and Paulzetta Fields. Senior Antoine Brennan. He's accompanied by his mother, Verdonna Brennan. Senior Torrance Ely. He's escorted by his parents, Bobby and Tina Ely. Senior Corey McAvoy. His parents are John and Jennifer McAvoy. Senior Bobby Hibben. He's accompanied by his parents, Tom and Sherry Hibben. Senior Chris Buss. He's escorted by his parents, Mitchell and Beulah Buss. Senior Aaron Rowley. His parents are Larry and Marsha Rowley. Senior Zach Myers. He's accompanied by his parents, Dale and Dana Myers. Senior Jake Simpson. He's escorted by his mother, Becky Simpson. His father, Forrest, is coaching the SHS cross-country team at the state meet. Senior Deontay Allen. He's accompanied by his father, Robert Allen, or his sister, Vanessa Sloan. Senior Anthony Herod. His parents are Randall and Paula Herod. Senior Justin Thompson. He's escorted by his parents, Tom and Justine Thompson. Senior Chris Brennan. He's accompanied by his parents, Alfred and Robbie Brennan, and his brother Darius. Senior Brian Little. He's escorted by his mother, Debbie Underwood. Senior Brad Stevens. He's accompanied by his mother, Kathy Stevens. Senior Chicago Heron. He's escorted by his mother, Dorothy Heron. Senior David Holmes. His parents are Roy and Barry Holmes. Senior Walter Boyd. He's accompanied by his parents, Donnie and Winona Evans, and his brother Dre. Senior student trainer, Tierra Bruner. She's escorted by her father, Willie Tramble. And senior, Sierra Sherlock. She's accompanied by her mother, Cheryl Sherlock. Ladies and gentlemen, your Shawnee High School football senior class. We now turn our attention to the senior cheerleaders. Senior Savannah Gerards. She is escorted by her father, Stephen Gerards. Senior Caroline Littman. Her parents are Bill and Diane Littman. Senior Megan Parton. She's accompanied by her parents, David and Stacy Cook. Senior Ashley Walker. John Marshall, Billy Dispute, Glenn March.
Here we are, Shawnee, ready for some high school football. Mark Wright, set us up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jim Thorpe Stadium. Mark Wright with you, along with Daniel Shaughnessy, as we have tonight's matchup between the Shawnee Wolves, 5-3 overall, taking on the John Marshall Bears, 4-4 on the season. District play, Shawnee High School is 4-1, and the Bears are 2-3. And the Wolves can claim a playoff spot tonight, Daniel, with the win, and with the win tonight. And next week, things get very interesting. We'll talk about that a little bit more as we go. If you see the players out there, the seniors, the captains, all seniors tonight, captains for tonight's ball game.
Yeah, you know that those guys are excited. This is the last night that they're going to be running on the field for a regular season game. We'll talk about those playoffs, as you said, Mark. I'm always impressed with these signs that they put together as the Wolves get ready to bust through.
Somebody did a great job on that one. And here come your Shawnee Wolves, ready to play tonight, senior night. So it is a great night for football. The parents are here to support their seniors. They'll be graduates. Kind of an emotional night for a lot of these parents, seeing their sons playing perhaps for the last time. And band members as well playing, and cheerleaders, and all those that are so involved in the program all through high school. And tonight, the last home game. Hopefully we'll be playing further. We'll have a game, of course, next week against Tulsa Kelly, but we'll talk some more a little bit about the playoff situation and how that matches up. But the Wolves tonight must focus on one game at a time, and so tonight we take on a more experienced team than we played last week. Shawnee handled the less experienced McAllister Buffaloes in a game last Friday night in a decisive 28-6 victory, and John Marshall lost to fourth-ranked Tulsa East Central 17-3, who beat us a week earlier and really took it to us in a game up there. And that was actually our only district loss. And so tonight, key to victory as I see it tonight is to contain the Bears quarterback DeJuan Thompson, who will operate out of the shotgun formation 85% of the time. And then, of course, they've got this talented running back, Jamar Bedford is his name. And Daniel, in 6 games, he's already rushed for nearly 1,000 yards. That's 925 to be exact on 10 carries. So pretty highly talented running back in Thompson.
About 100 carries, averaging almost
Bedford.
10 yards a carry.
Yeah, quarterback Thompson and the running back Jamar Bedford.
They're going to be exciting to watch tonight. I'll tell you, there is electricity in the air for these seniors. You're right. There's a raucous crowd here at Jim Thorpe Stadium. It's going to be about passion. The coaches are stressing tonight the passion for the playoffs, playing with passion and playing with a mission. It's about the seniors doing the best that they can, leading this team into the playoffs. Big game. This means that you can't wait to play and win the game. They're going to play the best they can every down. They're going to fight like brothers tonight.
All right, we're just ready to go. Here is Felix Banjo, who's done a great job all year long. Number 20 is set to kick the ball off, and it's an unusual kick for Felix as it kind of squibs its way down to the 10-yard line there and picked up and brought back to about a 5-yard return on that play, and I believe that was
Justin Bedwell
on the tackle there. Makes a great tackle. Let me give you the defensive setup here. Starting defense for your Shawnee Wolves. Nose guard number 95, David Holmes. 73, Chris Brannon, I believe. Yes, he is. He injured his ankle last week, but he's out there. The anchor end, Richard Sims. Quick end, Jared Kessler. Will Thompson, the wide linebacker. Torrance Ely, the other linebacker, and also Jerry Jackson, Rover Barrett Gilly, Combs, Carter Whitson. As you see, the quarterback there takes the ball for a yard gain. Carter Whitson, free safety, McAvoy, and Collier, the cornerbacks.
Number 11, DeJuan Thompson, the ball carrier.
That was DeJuan Thompson.
On the stop for the
John
Wolves,
Marshall's
number 56,
quarterback.
Jared Kessler, along with
Two of the
number
keys,
37,
one of the
Leo
two
Thompson.
keys that you touched on earlier, Mark.
Yeah, you got to stop these really talented guys that can really move, especially in the shotgun formation. There's so much that Thompson can do with the ball back there. Of course, we run the shotgun a lot, too. He does hand the ball. It's a reverse, and he's around the left corner there, and Collier takes him down. I believe is that number 5 or number 6?
Number 6?
Yeah, number 6. That's
Billy Dismuke.
Good. I was waiting for you to say that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll tell you, Joe Collier stayed home there, and it was good that he did. They had pitched it to one of the other key, Mr. Bedford. As he went around the corner, we had good pursuit, but Joe Collier, they tried to catch us sleeping, but Joe Collier stayed home.
It's third down. It's short yardage. Only 1 yard needed for the first down for the Bears. As he goes in shotgun formation, he's hit immediately, but he finds a way to break a couple of tackles there and gets enough for the first down as he crosses the 30-yard line into the 31-yard line.
Yeah, that looked like Will Thompson had an opportunity to stop him a little bit short right when he took off on the other side of the line of scrimmage, but he was able to slip that tackle and get enough for the first down.
Shows his athleticism there because he actually, you're right, he was hit in the backfield, but was able to slip a couple tackles and pick it up. First and 10 from the 31-yard line for the Bears. Quarterback finds a man over the middle and makes the completion there as he just turned around, and immediately the ball was there right into the hands of number 84, Lank Smith.
That was a good throw. It was a timing pattern, and you're right. The ball was 3/4 of the way there before Lank turned around, and he just found it right in his breadbasket, Mark.
It's kind of hard to defend those timing patterns like that when you have no idea that he's going to throw that ball. Of course, the defender is not looking back either. So quarterback now goes under center, hands the ball off to the man through there. That's Bedford again. I'm sorry, that's number 6, Dismuke, who is in the backfield there.
They're staying away from Bedford early.
Number 73, Chris Brennan.
Second down and about 8 yards to go for a first.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd and 7 for John Marshall.
That's number 7, Maurice Clark, at the bottom of your screen there. Another inside kind of a counter move there as Bedford tries to find an outside, and he doesn't get very far at all. Doesn't even get back to that actually gains about a yard probably. Not even sure he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Torrey Ely on that, chasing him down, and Carter Whitson was there.
They, Daniel, run a lot of counter plays, a lot of reverses, a lot of misdirection kind of things to try to mix up the defense. And we've already seen that already. We've seen a counter play and we've seen a reverse. See Chris Brannon check out there. Hope he's okay. I mentioned earlier he injured his ankle, and I think he missed 1 day of practice, but I think he's okay.
He's got it heavily taped, Mark.
Yeah. Quarterback wants to throw the ball. Does find a man wide open, a big guy there, and it picks up about 8 yards.
Big number 88. That's Benton Smith. He's a senior for the Bears. 6'2", 230 pounds.
Pass complete to number 88, Brenton Smith.
It's interesting. The late player who came in to help on that tackle was Walter Boyd. Of course, he pushes almost 300 pounds, but Mr. Smith looked pretty big even up against Walter Boyd.
Fourth down, short yardage situation. Needed about 1.5 yards for Thompson, the quarterback, and shotgun formation again. And there's movement there, and it looks like the Bears probably are going to be called for.
Did you see that, Mark?
Actually, I looked down.
Yeah, the snapper actually moved the ball and hung on to it. He fake snapped it.
Was he trying to move it forward to get some better yardage?
No, I think that he had just missed the count and then caught himself. That was pretty interesting. He was upset.
If you make a mistake like that, you might as well just go ahead and center the ball.
Yeah, I guess
because they're
so.
going to flag you no matter what.
Yeah. Maybe
I guess he didn't want to catch
wasn't-
his quarterback off guard there.
His brain wasn't letting him let go of the ball.
Well, it works in our favor because now we definitely pushed them into a punting situation there, and I believe that's
Joe Collier.
Joe Collier, thank you, back there to receive the punt. And it's a high punt, but it goes out of bounds. It looks like around the 25-yard line. I
It
believe
looks
is where
like-
they're going to spot that.
I'm sorry, it looks like Corey McAvoy or Barrett Gilly may have gotten a piece of that ball.
They were close.
Let's go ahead and throw up a sponsor. The Shawnee Mall. You'll be glad you came, Shawnee. We sure appreciate the Shawnee Mall and all they're doing for their community, this community, and the Shawnee Wolves football program. Shawnee Mall, we appreciate you.
25-yard line, 1st and 10, Wolfpack.
25-yard punt there, and now the Wolves start here 1st and 10 from their 25-yard line. Hands the ball off to Lamar White, and Lamar breaks a couple tackles, gets some good yardage down to the 33-yard line. To the umpires tonight, the referee Danny Gatchis, the umpire Zach Plummer, the linesman Jim Scott, the line judge Jerry Harper, and the back judge Sam McPhee.
Well, we know the referee's a pretty good guy. With a name like Danny, he's got to be.
Zach Plummer, it sounds like a quarterback. All right, 2nd down and about 1.5 yards to go. Call it 2 for 2nd down and 2 for a first. Whitson's going to keep the ball, find some running room around the left side, and gets close to a first down. I believe he's probably going to make it. Where they spot it there, it looks like the linesman here on the bottom of your screen looks like he's going to mark it as a first. Yep, and it is 1st and 10.
He looked like he had more room than he really did, Mark.
They kind of closed it up in a hurry, didn't they?
They really did. They brought him down. We'll see how that play runs later this evening.
Antoine Cudjoe to the bottom of your screen. Zach Wallace to the top. And Whitson wants to throw the ball to Cudjoe. Finds him out there. He's open. Catches the ball. Great catch by Antoine Cudjoe. He catches about the 40-yard line, but then he's pushed back a little bit. And
he really didn't get a good spot on that. They should have given it to him right where he caught the ball up.
He actually jumped up around the 40 or so, didn't he?
Yeah, he came down right at the 40, and they knocked him back a couple of yards.
However, it does go as a completion from Whitson to Cudjoe of about a 3-yard gain there. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Wolves.
3-yard gain on the pass brings up 2nd down and
Cody
7
Lyles
for
and
the
Lamar
Wolves.
White in the backfield.
Yep. Split backfield, Lyles and White. Lyles is going to get the ball, crosses the 40-yard line before he's met with a host of tacklers there from the Bears. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 5 yards to go for a first.
Number 2, Cody
Starting
Lyles,
lineup for the offense, I should have mentioned this earlier. Zach Howard, number 54, 72, Justin Thompson, Jake Simpson, the center, the right guard, Brian Little, right tackle, Anthony Harrod, the tight end, Walter Boyd, and the split end, Zach Wallace, and then Cudjoe. Of course, the quarterback, Whitson, the fullback, Cody Lyles, and the tailback, number 22, Lamar White. 3rd down, 5 yards to go for a first. And Whitson goes under center. Wants to throw the ball. Has Wallace out there. Completion's made to 50. And a shoestring tackle, or Wallace would have been gone there.
Yeah, that was a
quickie there.
That was a quickie. It's a well-designed play. Cuts right behind the forward cornerback, right into the zone, right into the gap of the zone.
So the Wolves take advantage of that coverage there and get enough for a first down. The ball's going to be spotted at the 43-yard line.
1st down and 10.
Zach Wallace split out far to the left side, and Cudjoe to the right here is Whitson is in shotgun formation. Wants to throw the ball, is under heavy pressure, and sacked there at the 50-yard line. They got to him, and I guess they didn't have anybody open, and he kind of had to eat the ball that time, didn't he?
Yeah, that looked like a slow developing play. They really had Zach Wallace going long. He was surrounded by 3 receivers, but not until after Carter went down did I notice that they had Walter Boyd sneaking underneath there, wide open about 10 yards down the field, and it might have just been a slow developing play.
It looked. In fact, I thought he was going to run it at first. So that loss on the play is about a 5-yard loss, and so it's going to bring up 2nd down and about 15 yards to go. This time he hands it off to Lamar, and Lamar tries the right end over there and doesn't get very far, gets a couple of yards. Still, it's going to be a 3rd down and very long situation now.
Yeah, always want to get positive yards. This is a good example of how the loss of yards on sacks or penalties early in your down sequence, they hurt you. They put you in these 3rd and long situations, Mark.
And that's exactly what we have here in a pretty much a must-pass situation. Walter Boyd, the tight end, one of the receivers. Got Joe Wallace, the other 2 potential receivers. And again, heavy pressure, and he just has to dump it off to Lamar White. And that goes nowhere as the Bears were able to penetrate and put heavy pressure on Whitson, and he had to just get rid of the ball right there and get what we could out of that one. We're forced to punt now, 4th down.
Looked like a designed center screen, and
it didn't set up well, though.
No, the Bears just played it very nicely.
Yeah. So Jason Bourbonnais will punt the ball from standing about his 35-yard line.
Jason Bourbonnais set for the return for the Bears, number 6, Billy Dismute.
And there's no pressure at all, so he has plenty of time to get off a great punt. And that's Dismuke who catches the ball. Billy Dismuke catches the ball at the 10-yard line and kind of falls on it there. So they will spot the ball there where the John Marshall Bears will take over 1st and 10 from their 10-yard line.
And we want to thank the Shawnee Sonics. All 3 locations in Shawnee. There's 2 on Kickapoo, 1 on Harrison. We appreciate the support that they've given us all year long for this broadcast. Shawnee, get out and support them. And as you drive through to pick up that great cherry limeade or vanilla Coke, make sure you tell them that you appreciate what they're doing for the Shawnee Wolves football television broadcast.
Great
Thanks,
punt.
Sonic.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Great punt. Bourbonnais, a 49-yard punt. As Thompson wants to throw the ball, and he's under heavy pressure now, and he throws the ball away. As he was under big-time pressure there.
And it's a good thing that he was, because he had a receiver breaking deep that had a few steps on our defender. It would have had to have been a really good pass and a far pass, probably 50 yards in the air.
No, David Holmes, I know, was one of those that was in there putting some heavy pressure on Thompson. So now they're kind of backs up against the wall for the Bears now. Fortunately, we've played some good field position here thus far in this game. Thompson, the quarterback, hands the ball to number 21 again, Bedford, and he has a little bit of running room there. Gains about 3 yards. 4, 5, keeps going, 6. It's better than I thought.
He ended up picking up about 6 yards on that play, Mark. It was a counter right up the middle.
Yeah, again, they try to do this misdirection thing.
Well, the Shawnee coaches knew that they were going to have to stop that running game.
3rd down now as Bedford hands the ball off to the 2nd man through, and he gets nowhere and is stopped immediately.
Look like
see Jason Gilly there, too.
Jared Kessler, Jason Gilly, Barrett Gilly.
Barrett Gilly. We'll get it right.
Yeah, we will.
You think by the end of the season we'd have these guys' names down pretty good.
You know
sorry. Too many Barretts and too many Jareds.
But I'll tell you what, it looked like John Marshall went to the well win too many time there with the counter play.
Bears are 1 for 3 on 3rd down conversions now. Joe Collier back to take the punt. Receive the punt, standing at midfield. Another high spiral punt, and Collier is going to take it, but he bumps it. He just better fall on that, and he does, and hopefully we're going to get that back.
He got a flag down.
We're still not scrambling for it there.
On the 10-yard line.
34 yards on the punt. 43. Jacob's giving me the sign back here, and I misread it. Thought it was more than that. We do get to keep the ball, right?
Well, we have a flag down.
Okay, illegal motion is the call. So we're going to make him kick it again?
Yes, we are. That's what Coach Whitson.
I'd say
signaling.
So. Yeah. We won't field position when you're kicking the ball from your end zone. Evans to Betsy, we want to block this thing.
I think you're right. We want to get in there or set up a nice return.
Yeah,
you're exactly right.
Minute 28 left to go, no score.
I don't know that I'd send them now that Joe just had trouble handling that last punt. I think I might set up a return, get a good rush on him, but it will be set up on their side of the field, and we ought to be able to do some damage on that side.
Of course, if you block, the one thing about blocking a punt from this standpoint is if you block it, more than likely it's probably going to be a safety and not a touchdown, because he is standing almost at the end, out of the end zone. He's pretty much to the back of the end zone, the punter there. If you turn a little bit, I'd tell you who it was. I think it's 44. I'm not really sure. Chris Johnson. He's going to get it away, but he does have heavy pressure there.
Barrett Gilly.
And Collier's just going to let this one go, and it ends up with the same result. Basically, that's where we started a while ago. 44-yard line. So another great punt.
And we want to thank the Shawnee Mall, because the Shawnee Mall is working hard to bring innovation and big-name retail outlets to our community, as well as supporting the Shawnee's grassroots like Shawnee Wolves football. This shopping season, before you drive all the way to Oklahoma City to shop, stop by the Shawnee Mall and shop the new stores close to home. You'll be pleasantly surprised by the great Shawnee shopping experience the mall now offers. The Shawnee Mall. You'll be glad you came.
First and 10 Wolves on their own 46-yard line. Carter Whitson, the quarterback, pitches the ball back to Lamar White. Tries to make the corner. It's pushed out of bounds there. It's number 29, Josh Allgood, who pushes him out and gets about 2 yards on the carry.
I'll tell you, Mark, we both were wrong, because first we almost blocked it, which is what we thought, maybe rush and get it blocked for that punt. And second, I thought, well, we'd get it in their side, their half of the field anyway. Neither one came out.
I think because it was such a short initial punt, he wasn't able to field it, and then it kind of rolled by him. If he would have been up a little closer, he could have fielded it. Even if Flair caught the ball, probably would have got it inside their, into their territory. But as it is, it was pretty much a washout. Second down, 8 yards to go for the Wolves. Whitson wants to throw the ball, has his man out there, and that ball is blocked. Knocked down.
Yeah.
I didn't see who
big
did.
Number 88 got that. That's Brenton Smith. They're tied in. And I'll tell you what, it was a heads-up play by Anthony Harrod to continue on his block, because Smith was trying to get that after his tapping it up in the air. He was trying to come down with an interception.
Both teams thus far are offensively still trying to establish themselves here, trying to get the running game or the passing game going, and nothing seems to be working for either one of these teams. It's,
nice set.
Yeah. Split receiver, double split receivers on either side, and the slant pattern again to Zach Wallace is complete for another first down. Boy, he could throw that ball so hard.
That was really a rifle. It really was. And it was a good pass, because it was a good catch by Zach Wallace, because the pass was just a little bit behind him, but he was able to pull it in.
I'd have to know the velocity on that thing. It's just sailing in there like a rocket. Got to have some good hands and good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, on both sides, throwing it and catching it.
That's going to be a first. Got to be. Got to be a first down. Yeah, it's close. It's got it good enough, though. That's good.
Got it by a nose.
Well, already the Wolves know that this is a more talented team. I didn't see the game last week. I did listen to it on the radio. A much more talented team, a lot more speed in the back for the defense, anyway, than they saw last week. There goes big Walter Boyd is the ball carrier that time. That's something you don't normally see. He can carry a load and take some men with him.
They also had big David Holmes in there blocking for him.
Yeah, sure did. It's interesting. You see Chris Brandon in there as well on offense. Torrance Healy that's kind of interesting. He's confusing me here.
There you go.
Half of the defense was in there that time. Defensive players were in there. Is this a timeout?
I think
somebody
they're going to let the clock
I'm
run
sorry,
down.
it is the end of our first quarter
that was a
play.
quick quarter,
Still no
Mark.
score. Yeah.
It was a quick quarter. I want to say, in both opening drives, it looked like both teams started to get their started to move the ball pretty well, but then each of them stopped themselves with the loss, and then they haven't been able to get it going again since those first series. I'm glad to see us pick up a first down right here at the very end of the first quarter.
if anything good can be said, I don't know, we'll have to check the stats in a minute, but we are seem to be winning the field position game, if nothing else, and that's always critical when you're kind of bouncing back and forth, somebody trying to make a move. It's almost like a race, like a car race. Everybody trying to make a move, and you're at least you're winning the ground position game at least, and that always goes in your favor.
It really does. I know that Coach Whitson likes to call a game much better when he's in the opponent's territory rather than backed up against his own goal line.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind you that the Shawnee Quarterback Club is auctioning the World Victory Football for the TSSP and McAllister Victory. Minimum bid is $50.
Well, you want to talk about the playoff situation? You want to explain that?
Let's try that. As we checked into it before this game to get clarification, Tulsa East Central and Tulsa Kelly are both undefeated. They play tonight.
Exactly.
We really want Tulsa East Central to win that game and remain undefeated.
Right.
And we go win this game and then beat Tulsa Kelly next week. Then outright, Tulsa Kelly will have 2 losses. We will have 1 loss. And Tulsa East Central will have 0 losses, meaning first, second, and third. Being a second-place finisher outright, we then get home field advantage.
Okay, hold that point right there. It's 1st and 10, or excuse me, 2nd and 8 is the, and was there a fumble on that play? There's a flag. There's all kinds of stuff happening now.
I think they're going to call a face mask or maybe unnecessary roughness.
Yeah. Whitson's going to go to the sideline there and talk with Coach. We'll sort this out here. Let them sort this out. And then we'll finish the discussion about the playoffs. Okay, you're right. It's a holding, face mask penalty going against the Bears. And the only question is it the big one or the little one? It's a little one. 5-yard incidental face mask. Now, let's continue this conversation. If Tulsa Kelly, however, wins tonight, and then we beat Tulsa Kelly, then that's a 3-way tie.
That is correct.
And that's what we really don't want.
Ironically, we don't want to
We'd rather be second place than
exactly in a 3-way tie for first because we will lose out in that tiebreaker because of a point system that they have.
Because of the point system. That's just strange, but they've got to do it some way. They've got to find a way to break it down, and that's the way they do it. So better off to get second place for. Oh well.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Whitson again with the slant pattern to Zach Wallace. Pass is complete. We've seen that three or four times tonight already.
We sure
Same
have.
play, same exact result. A completion to Zach Wallace, and it's going to be close to a first down. It is a first down.
And I'll tell you, defender for the Bears, Billy Dismuke, he's a senior. He's seen a lot of football in his high school career, and he's picked up on that. And he was very close to intercepting that ball. If Zach Wallace hadn't positioned his body very well, that could have been going the other way.
And you just said it. That's the key to it, is that Zach Wallace knows how to get his body in position to catch that ball. Of course, he has the height advantage over most players that he plays, being 6'3". He can jump up there as well, has a good vertical leap. But 1st and 10 for the Wolves. Whitson hands the ball off to Lamar White. Got some running room there. Gets to the 30, cross into about the 29-yard line. Nice run by Lamar.
That was a well-designed play. Lamar was able to stay behind his lead block and get to the outside and pick up some good yardage.
Lamar's got almost 500 yards on the season, 477 on 95 carries before tonight's game.
Yes, and he's averaging about 6 yards a carry too, isn't he?
Yep.
He's a solid runner.
He's not very tall, but you're right. He has that low center of gravity, and I think that really helps him.
Fun to watch.
He is. 2nd down now, 5 yards to go. Carter Whitson, the quarterback, keeps the ball and gets a first down as he finds a hole there. Man, a great hole.
I'll tell you what, I've never understood that play, but Carter always makes it work. The coaching staff has to see something in that defensive line or know something about our offensive line in Carter that he's going to pick up positive yardage because they run that play over and over and over in every game.
Credit Justin Thompson and Zach Howard over there on the left side who blew their men out of there. And I think Carter just has a knack for finding that little bit of seam there, and he hits it so quickly that he's there, and he just pushes his way forward.
Somebody forgot to tell him a quarterback sneaks for short yardage.
Yeah, but it works. And that's big Walter Boyd that time. He just has nowhere to go. He's trying to get get somewhere, and he's just so big, and it was stacked up, and he had nowhere to go there. He was the right man. It was just the wrong call that time because they stacked up that middle.
I'll tell you, if you're 6'3", 300 pounds, you put your shoulder down and you move some people. Big Walter Boyd, he'll learn that.
He's got the scholarship, full scholarship to OSU already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing anyway. I'm assuming he's still planning on going there. They've offered it to him anyway. Second down now, and 11 yards to go for a first. Whitson wants to throw the ball, does, to Cudjoe. Cudjoe beats his man out there, and he's got the outside corner, and he gets into the end zone, or does he?
Couldn't get any closer.
He is so close. Did he not hit the pylon, or am I just seeing things? He was close to it.
He put the ball down just before his body hit that pylon, so I think that they spotted it pretty close. Well, maybe he stepped out of bounds. They're spotting it on the 4-yard line.
Exactly. Looks like they're spotting it way down there. He must have his foot must have went out of bounds because I thought he stretched forward and made the touchdown, but evidently the referee saw him get out of bounds over there. But that was a great play by Antoine Cudjoe. He made a big-time move over there to get that kind of yardage. So it's 1st and goal now for the Wolves, and that is
Mark McClain.
McClain, thank you. Mark McClain, the ball carrier. Gets close to the touchdown, doesn't get in, but is going to be close. Second quarter action, 8:50 left to go in the first half of play. Still no score, but the Wolves threatening here down in the red zone. Second down, and we just need about 1 yard here. Shall we see the quarterback sneak now?
We just might.
We don't, but we see McClain again. And he gets in. We'll take that. He's the short yardage man on those kind of deals. Have you noticed that?
That's what it looks like.
He does a great job.
He really does. He's hard to bring down on the first hit. I'd like to go back to that move that Antoine Cudjoe made out in the open field. He really went right around another senior quarterback for the Bears. Number 7, Maurice Clark. He made Maurice come up with nothing but air and showed really good quickness in there. It's good to see Antoine getting in on that.
Gets another touchdown for the year. That's his second touchdown. Well, that
he
wasn't a
didn't get the
touchdown.
touchdown.
Excuse me. He didn't get a touchdown. You're right. But he got close to getting his second touchdown of the year. But he's made some great plays all year. He's had 19 receptions.
Yeah, and he really has set up a lot of our plays. I remember early in the Guthrie game when he really made some great receptions to bring us back in that game.
Adam Betterton on now for the extra point. And it's up and splits the uprights. Betterton has done a great job all year.
He really has. Our sophomore kicking crew of Felix Banjo and Adam Betterton have really done a wonderful, wonderful job in the kicking game all year long. This is going to give us an opportunity, I think, to mention Dr. Robert Gunderson, the official physician for the Shawnee Wolves, as we bring up the Robert Gunderson scoreboard. Oklahoma Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Shawnee 7, the visitors from John Marshall 0, coming into the midway through the second quarter. We want to thank Robert Gunderson and his great support of the Shawnee Wolves football program. Again, Mark, he is the official physician of the Shawnee Wolves football squad.
It's good to have Robert doing that for us, and we certainly do appreciate that. Very needed position down there to have somebody to take care of that, because there are a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of injuries in high school football. It's just the nature of the game. And it's good to have somebody of his caliber down there. Well, that was a great offensive position for the Wolves this last time. They did a great job of moving the ball down and scoring and taking this initial lead here.
Really was. And that was a drive that started in our end of the field.
And Felix Banjo kicks the ball off, and he takes it back. That's Billy Dismuke again.
Yep.
Brings the ball back to the 20, across the 20-yard line, about to the 21 is where they'll spot the ball there.
As we bring up Dennis Morrison, State Farm Insurance. More than just insurance, a commitment to you and your family. That is Dennis Morris. I want to tell you, Dennis is a friend of mine, and he takes care of our insurance needs. He does a really great job, and we appreciate all the support that he's given to this broadcast. We want to thank you, Dennis Morris, for helping the Shawnee Wolves television broadcast.
1st and 10, John Marshall on the 21-yard line. As they set up there, and Thompson wants to throw the ball, and he does find a man out there, but he's not able to hang on to the ball. That was Maurice Clark, the wide receiver out there. Probably should have caught that ball, but there was good coverage there as well.
Well, I'll tell you, from the coaches down on the field coming into this second quarter, they don't want to see any soft play on defense. They need to attack and not be on our heels is what the coaches are saying.
Dwan Thompson, the quarterback, hands the ball off to Bedford, and he gets nowhere as Will Thompson gets back there and makes the stop.
That's a good tackle on a good runner. Will Thompson got a hold of that jersey and got him down.
Thompson's made 47 tackles coming into this game tonight.
He's no slouch.
Yeah.
He's always been active on the defensive side of the field.
Carter Whitson leading the defensive tacklers with 61.
This is a big play for our defense. We need to hold them here and get our offense, who just scored, back on the field so we can have another sustained drive and maybe eat up some more of this first half clock.
Three wide receivers to the right as Thompson barks out the signals. He wants to throw the ball. Has a man long out there and way overthrown is that ball intended for Maurice Clark. And he just hurled that for all it was worth.
Well, it looked like they were testing the legs of Corey McAvoy, and we've seen over and over this year you don't really want to do that. Corey was step for step with their wide receiver, and then he got some inside help from Carter Whitson.
Yeah, if you've seen any game film at all of the Shawnee Wolves, you know not to do that.
Back in punt formation for the Bears, number 84.
Corey just makes up ground too quickly.
Number 8, Joe Collier.
And he gets heavy pressure that time, and he's able to actually get a pretty good punt on that play.
We want to thank the Shawnee Sonics for all their support of Shawnee Wolves football, and in particular the Shawnee Wolves television broadcast. You see John Winteringer or Jim Winteringer, Sue or Kim, let them know that you want to thank them for supporting this broadcast, because without their help, this broadcast would not be possible. The help of the Shawnee Sonics. You have 2 on Kickapoo and 1 on Harrison. Go on by and try out their big cheese, or maybe you can still get a large Coke for $1. You'll have to ask them. Thanks, Sonic.
Okay, the Wolves take over now on their 38-yard line after a 19-yard punt, and Whitson slips down that time as he's not able to get back but to the line of scrimmage, and that's just about all.
I don't know if that was a designed run play for Carter or if it was just a broken play and he slipped.
I think it was a designed play. I just think he lost his footing there, and as a result.
Well, I'll tell you what, we have not been getting any leniency on any of these marks.
No, especially that one there. I think his knee must have touched down is what happened there.
2nd and 12.
Whitson in the shotgun. And he throws the ball over to Walter Boyd. And that's what he did against Durant in that Durant game. He just took men with him after he caught the ball. He just had guys hanging all over him and trying to tackle him. You don't neck or arm tackle a guy like Walter Boyd. You better get a hold of that guy and bring him down, because he's able to get a first down.
And that's a coaching gem to have the fake handoff in the set that they were in with Zach Wallace to the outside. Walter Boyd's wide open on that play.
It was
Carter hit him right in the numbers.
Play action pass at its best. Lamar White, the single setback, 3 wide receivers to the left, bottom of your screen. Whitson does throw the ball out there to Lyles. Quick little out pass, and picks up 4 yards on that.
The coaches feel after that first quarter and through that sustained earlier drive that the John Marshall Bears are vulnerable on their right corner. The Wolves coaching staff wants to make sure that the boys know that they can't miss their assignments. They feel they should have already scored more points.
5 yards on that last pass completion to Lyles. Pitch back to Lamar White, and he is tackled there by Chris Bruner in the backfield, number 20.
They're showing a lot of speed on defense. We're not getting to the outside too easily unless we're making quick hits with passes.
Haven't been able to go deep yet on our passes yet in the passing game. Most of all our passes have been in the 10-yard and less variety thus far tonight. 5 minutes left to go. Second quarter action, third down and 7 yards to go now for the first. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line, so we're almost into the red zone here. Whitson wants to throw the ball, pump fakes once, then finds Cudjoe out there, and he does have some separation, but Whitson overthrows him.
That was well defended. They slowed Cudjoe down on that pump fake. They had good body position. He had to run around him to try to get free, and that messed up the timing of the play. We see Carter there getting the play call from his dad.
Looks at his wrist to see what play that is and tells his teammates they head to the line. It's fourth down now, so we're going for this one. Might as well. It's a little far. Now we call timeout. Let's talk about it. Probably Whitson saw the defense that he didn't like, so they'll talk this one over here.
Gives us an opportunity to thank Dennis Morris. Dennis Morris has generously contributed to this broadcast, helping make Shawnee football on TV a reality. I know, Shawnee, from experience, Dennis Morris is committed not only to my insurance needs, but to my family's all-around well-being, as he would be with you if he is your insurance agent. Dennis is an insurance agent you can trust for any insurance need. Give him a call. Dennis Morris, the State Farm agent for you. Thanks, Dennis. The coaches seem to think, or what they've seen so far with John Marshall, is that they're unpredictable, and they're constantly changing their coverages on defense, Mark.
Great coaching staff there. This team is coached by Nick Warheim, who's, I guess I'm pronouncing that name right, who coached at Meeker for a while there before he went out to coach the Bears at John Marshall High School. All right, this is a big play now. It's fourth down for the Wolves. They show a blitz, and they're coming after Carter Whitson, and he's trying to get some. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Shawnee High School. Oh, yes.
First of the year
I
for
love
Jason
it,
Bourbonnais,
Jason.
I believe.
That's Jason Bourbonnais.
Carter showed some speed there, Mark, didn't he?
Did you see? Credit not only Jason Bourbonnais to get open there, but Carter Whitson to find his way out to the outside to have enough time to get free to throw that football.
That was great athletic ability.
Wow. That's a fun play. Betterton on for the extra point. Kyle Parsons to hold. Flag. Somebody move. Wow, that was good. I'd like to see that again. That was fun.
You can.
Oh, that's good.
You can see that again on Tuesday evening at 7 p.m.
And we show this game is airing at 10 a.m. Saturday.
The home games this year all show at 10 a.m. on Saturday.
Replayed at Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, 7 p.m.
7 p.m. So if you miss it, you can watch it again.
That's right. Or if you just watched it, you can watch it again.
If you watch it, you can watch it. Tape it. Tape it. You can watch the replay as many times as you want. Little movement there, I think, was the call there. Backs us up. Betterton tries it again, and
he kicked that time far.
That time he missed it.
Did he?
Yeah, and no good. I thought he did. I thought it was good, but
it looked like it was right down the center from our angle.
I thought it was too.
I think they need to consult with us before they make those calls, Mark.
One referee kind of stretched his arms out, kind of like almost to touch, but the other guy went like this, and I don't know. That was kind of weird. Now they're talking about it.
They're trying to figure out because they'll know. They need to know next time that the answer is good. They put the arms up, and the
When we
answer
kick it.
is good.
When we
kick
kick
it.
it.
That's
Exactly.
right. Adam Betterton, he kicks
Adam
it.
kicks it.
It is
Good.
No one kicks it better than Betterton.
That's right. Betterton is the man. He's done a great
There
job.
is no better than Betterton.
No better. No better. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. This is a lot of fun. This year's been fun, Mark.
It really has. I've enjoyed this. It really has been fun doing the ball games. I hope you have. If you do enjoy these, let the sponsors know how much you appreciate them sponsoring the Shawnee High School football.
Yeah, give us a call, and you can be a sponsor too.
There you are. There you are. Felix Banjo to kick the ball off this time, and this time he kicks it right at the 1 yard line. It's fumbled, and now it goes into the end zone, so it will be a touchback.
You know, Mark, that
was
brings up
strange.
well, let's show the scoreboard, the Robert Gunderson Oklahoma Orthopedics and Sports Medicine scoreboard. Shawnee Wolves 13, visitors from John Marshall 0. Thank you, Robert Gunderson, for all your support for the Shawnee Wolves football program and the Shawnee Wolves football television broadcast. Dr. Robert Gunderson, thank you, sir. Mark, that almost rolled out of bounds in the end zone. What if he would have kicked that out of bounds in the end zone? What would that call have been?
Touchback. Yeah, still a touchback.
Even if it was a fumble?
Yeah, because he never had control of the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, never had control of the ball. I think that's actually called is that a muff? Is that a punt? But he didn't have control of it, so that's why. Dismute takes the ball. That was the young man who just fumbled the ball. And he gets maybe a yard there.
Whole host of Wolves over there to bring him down.
On the stop for the Wolves was number 56, Jared Kessler.
Announcer just gave Jared Kessler the credit for that stop. We'll back him up on that. Jared was certainly over there and in the middle of it.
4 minutes, 22 seconds and counting in our first half of play. Wolves leading 13-0. And he throws the ball out to Dismute, and that's not he doesn't connect there well at all, even though Dismute was open.
Yeah. Thompson missed his receiver there. He had some room to perhaps catch it and pick up a little bit of yardage, but he just threw it a little bit wide.
All right, it's 3rd down and 9 now needed for the Bears.
3rd down and 9 for the visitors.
Juan Thompson, the quarterback, wants to throw the ball, and he does, and it's incomplete as he was covered there like a blanket by Barrett Gilley.
Yeah, and I don't think he would have had enough for the first down.
Garrett was right on him.
He fell short of the first down, even without the ball. So. Those are the kind of plays that John Madden always questions. When you throw the ball on 3rd down and you throw it inside the marker.
Yeah,
not enough for that first down.
Yeah, just might as well not throw it off. You're not going to try to get the first.
Formation set for the return, Joe Collier.
Joe Collier standing now at his 40-yard line. We've had pressure on the punter all night long. He gets this one away. It's not a high punt this time. And Collier's going to be able to return this one. Tries to find some room, find the blockers there. He gets to the 40. He's to the 45. Gets almost to the 50-yard line before he's finally brought down there by number 9, and that is Glenn March. Glenn March.
Joe has deceptive speed on those punt returns. He hits that corner pretty well, and they set up a wall nicely for him to give him that first block to break him free. Picked up about a little more than 10 yards, maybe 12.
Ball spotted at midfield.
Spot the ball right at midfield. 1st and 10 Wolves.
Just under 4 minutes left to go. Well, Zach Wallace is covered like a blanket down here at the bottom of your screen. You see this guy? He is not going to let him get by him.
You're right. One in front of him and
that's
one
kind of
behind
funny.
that guy.
Yeah, that's number 9, Glenn March. He's just right in his face. And we got a penalty marker down, and we're going to check this.
I'll tell you, Mark, great night for football. The crowd just enjoying themselves out here.
Fun.
It's senior night. We're up 14-0 with halftime rolling in. A little less than 4 minutes left before halftime. We're moving the ball down the field again.
Official signal offside against the Bears.
It doesn't get any better than this.
It's nice.
Shawnee Wolves football. Again, blessed with such a wonderful night.
You know, we have been. It's weather all year long has been really nice. It hasn't been real hot. Hasn't been real cold. It's just been pleasant. It's the very first time we played here. Every week it's been nice. Well, the Bears are penalized there 5 yards for being offsides. And Carter Whitson's going to keep the ball. Little deception there of his own. And makes a fine move and gets across the first down marker down to about the 35-yard line where he's finally knocked out of bounds. But he made a great move there to bounce out to the outside, did Carter Whitson.
So often those defenders think that they're going to bring Carter down, and they kind of ease up, and he just goes for another 5 or 6 yards. He may stumble a little bit, and a lot of times he'll come out of that stumble and continue on downfield for a lot more than 5 or 6.
Exactly. 1st and 10, Wolves moving the ball again hopefully for the 3rd time in a row to go down and score. The past 2 possessions, they have made points on those possessions. Whitson goes under center now, wants to throw the ball. Has Cudjoe out there. He's looking for another receiver now, and he finds Walter Boyd, and Walter is not able to hang on to it. He looked off Cudjoe as he was heavily defended there and went to Boyd, and Walter was not able to catch that one.
Well, that would have been a good catch. It was thrown a little bit low for Walter. He's a big guy, and to get the ball down around his knees,
takes you a while for him to get down there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of tough. And the way that Carter delivers that ball, that's on a rope.
Yeah.
And
Frozen rope.
I said 14-0, but of course I guess we didn't get credit for that extra
for the
point.
one we made.
Yeah, the one we made.
Yeah.
So it's 13-0.
Lyles, Cudjoe, Wallace out to the right. The tight end, Walter Boyd, to the bottom of your screen. Now we get another flag. Another penalty marker is down.
I think this was encroachment. You don't see this very often. It looked like it was on the cornerback.
Yep.
On the cornerback. Can you believe that?
Yeah, just lined up on sides over there.
Number 29, Josh Allgoody. He's a sophomore, so he'll make some mistakes. That was just one of those things.
We'll
you
take
don't
it,
see
though.
Very often.
We'll certainly take that. And now it's 2nd down. When you have 2nd down and 5, there's just a whole host of things you can do in your playbook.
Especially when you have a Wallace and a Cudjoe on the outside.
And you have a 13-point lead.
Yeah.
So let's see what we do here. We're going to bust a play. That's what we're going to do. And Whitson's going to make at least a yard out of it as he runs into Cody Lyles. And it kind of looked like somebody didn't know what somebody else was doing there.
I don't know.
What was that play?
That one didn't look good. But
just when you have an opportunity to really do something great, didn't work. 3rd down now.
Well, maybe they were trying to do something great there, Mark.
That was interesting, though.
Maybe that was.
You make them think you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, maybe it just didn't pan out.
I think that was a busted play.
On the play brings up 3rd down and 4.
Lyles and White in the backfield. And Carter Whitson hands it off to White, but he's met immediately there by number 52. That's Lonnie Neal. And he was tackled about the time he got the handoff. So now it's 4th down. Jason Bourbonnais comes in to punt.
On the stop for the Bears is number 52.
From the 29-yard line.
I'm kind of surprised they don't go for it, are you not?
Yeah, well, 4th and 5. I don't know.
Yeah, look at the field position.
Yeah, if you don't get it here, you may give them an opportunity to go down the field.
They
But
are going for it.
For
Yeah,
it.
okay, that's
So-
right. I saw Bourbonnais come in, but he's coming in to catch another touchdown pass. That's why he's coming in.
What I was going to say is, knowing Coach Whitson's past, we would be going for it.
Yeah. There we go. Joe Collier catches the ball, makes a completion, but he's not able to get out of the hands of Dismuke there as he brings him down. Now the ball go over on down. So that time, and Whitson's pretty fired up down there. Coach Whitson is. Something didn't go right that time. I hear him hollering from way up here.
Yeah, he's upset at the blocking that we did.
Because we
not
should have
get.
made that. We had a blocker out there, and we just weren't able to make that fast, quick enough. It was the quick little out pass there that we should have been able to take that upfield in a hurry, but it just didn't happen that way. So the ball will go over on downs, and if we can hold them defensively here, not too much harm done other than the fact that we're not going to be able to score again, but probably if we won't get the ball back. But if we can just hold them here as they go conservatively, it seems to be anyway, and A great run there by the quarterback, Thompson.
There's still 2 minutes left. There's plenty of time if we get soft. If you remember, in each of the games that we
Don't tell me that. Oh,
we've had a hard time right before halftime.
Oh, I know it.
That's not a good play to start our defense off, giving up 9 yards on a quarterback rush.
It's happened more than once this year. You're exactly right about that, Daniel. Second down, short yardage now, and Thompson hands the ball off, and he gets around to the 40-yard line, does that number 21, that's Bedford again, Jamar Bedford.
Brought down by Torrey Ely.
Number 21, Jamar Bedford on the
He did pick up a good 6 yards.
First and 10 now as they get across to the 41-yard line. Minute, 37 seconds left to go. Clock is now moving as they move to chains. Thompson wants to throw the ball. Has a man out there, almost intercepted, but it's complete. Great pass there, the little slant pattern. They're trying
Not enough for the first down, so the clock continues to move.
Exactly.
It's counting down at 1:20.
Maurice Clark makes the completion that time. Second down, clock moving. They still got a couple of timeouts left, I think, do they not? They have all 3 of their timeouts left. They haven't used them yet.
There he goes.
Thompson's going to just keep the ball again. Gets enough for the first down. They'll stop the clock this time. And you're absolutely right. They haven't moved the ball practically all game long, and here it is, a minute left in the game, and now they're moving it again. They've only had 3 first downs all night long, Daniel, and here we go again.
Well, the coaches said they didn't want the defense to go soft.
Yeah, puts pressure on that time, and
Barrett Gilly.
Great hit by Gilly. He's pumped. Oh, great play. And it couldn't come at a better time either, because just as the Bears were getting some momentum moving the ball, they don't call a timeout for some strange reason.
Why aren't they using their timeouts here, Coach?
Explain that one to me. Clock's moving, 35 seconds, 34. Maybe they don't realize they have any timeouts left. Don't ask me. What is the timeouts going to do for you in the locker room? I mean, you can't very well cash them in.
I think they're afraid. Barrett Gilly's hit just took them back too far, and they don't want to take the chance of maybe
if they're not
giving us an opportunity to have the ball.
They had momentum moving there.
They really did.
And all of a sudden, Gilly stops them cold in their tracks.
And, of course, I'm being silly. In football, you don't get afraid, but that was a big hit by Barrett Gilly. We like to see that from our outside blitzers. They need to get to that quarterback, and Barrett Gilly did.
This is a big play now as it's third down and 20 yards to go for John Marshall Bears. Thompson pump fakes. Now he chunks the ball way downfield, and it's intercepted. Oh, yeah, and he's bringing the ball back. It's Joe Collier. Joe's got some running room down the left side there. He's across the 40-yard line. And I just knew that was going to be intercepted. Double coverage. Threw it into heavy coverage. And Joe takes advantage of it.
Joe set it up nicely with just under 18 seconds left to go. We've got an opportunity to put some more points on the board. 17.5 seconds showing on the clock for Carter Whitson to bring his troops in.
He returned that ball about, 35 yards? 35 yards.
Yeah.
So we do have time to 17 seconds left, enough for about 3 or 4 plays here if we play it right. Whitson's going to chunk the ball. It's set up for a screen pass there, and Collier needs to get the move on because he had some men coming for him. The flag goes down.
That play took a lot of time.
It did. That's one of those plays where you wish Collier had some eyes in the back of his head because they were closing in on him there, and that used a lot of time, and that's going to penalty against the Wolves. That's what you don't need to see when you have an opportunity here with a few seconds left to score, because that's really now that play is just null and void now. A wasted play. Plus it backs us up.
Official signal, illegal block.
With 2 timeouts and only 8 seconds to go, it'll be interesting to see what Coach Whitson does here.
Yeah.
Maybe try one down
Chunk
down
along
the
with and see what
middle,
happens.
Set up for a field goal.
Yeah.
So they can get a timeout.
At least we're going to use our timeouts. Ball spotted at midfield, and there is a timeout.
So we sit at the 45-yard line mark. And
I'm sorry, 45. Yeah, 45.
We're designing a play with 8.5 seconds left. What do you think?
Throw it to your primary receiver all year long, Zach Wallace, and just throw it up there and see what he can do. Jump up and see if he can, see if he can catch him around the 20-yard line open and see what happens. You've got 2 plays left.
I think,
and if you get in position there, then you might could even kick a field goal.
I kind of agree, but what I do is I set Wallace down and maybe put Collier in the slot on his side, make a strong side, and put Antoine Cudjoe on the offside and hit Cudjoe on a slant. See what he can do. As soon as he goes down, call a timeout. See if we have enough for a field goal, or maybe he makes it all the way for a touchdown. Be interesting to see what the play is.
The brain trusts are at work there as the ball is spotted. I said midfield. That's actually the 45-yard line as it's backed up there after the penalty. That was an illegal block is what happened there. So we first down all over again, but downs are really unimportant at this point. The important question now is the amount of time left on the clock, which is 8.2 seconds left to go.
They're set up for a Hail Mary, it looks like.
Yeah, he's going to, if he has time to throw it, which he's going to have to scramble in order to do that, he does not. So now, are they going to call timeout? No, they don't. They just let the clock run out. That's one thing you didn't want to happen is it was heavy pressure, didn't have time to get rid of the ball.
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
We want to thank Robert Gunderson for his support all year long. Thank you, Dr. Robert Gunderson and Oklahoma Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. If you have any orthopedic need, including arthritic care, you give Dr. Robert Gunderson a call. We want to thank you, Robert Gunderson, as we show the Shawnee Wolves 13, the John Marshall Bears 0. We'll be back with the Shawnee High School Marching Band in just a moment.
We are here in the nitty-gritty of District 3 with the Potawatomi County Commissioner, Abby Thompson. So, Abby, I want to know, because this facility is, like we said, way different than the downtown Broadway facility, but how often are you working here versus downtown Shawnee?
So obviously on Tuesdays I try to be at the admin building because we have our commissioner meetings, but usually every other day of the week I do my best to be down here. I love it down here. Yeah.
Yes.
Kind of let your hair down, get dirty, play in the dirt. Yeah.
Yes.
I really do love it down here.
Yes, and being down here and seeing the guys working, answering calls, being everywhere. And yes, they do get a break every once in a while. Don't worry, you guys. Sometimes. But it just made me realize they really are the ones that have to answer these calls and work in winter, rain, summer, shine. You get it.
And I think people forget, some of them take trucks home. If we get calls in the middle of the night, we never stop working. They get called out, they have to go do it. So they work very, very hard. Absolutely.
See, I don't think I realized that they have to work on call and all of that stuff as well.
Yes.
And so it just makes me appreciate, one, I don't come out to mod half as much as I should.
Well, you should.
Yes. Which is where District 3 barn is located, is in Maud, Oklahoma. And it allows me to realize that there's a lot going on all around Potawatomi County. And there are advancements going on around Potawatomi County. So thank you so much, Abby Thompson, for your heart for your county.
We are so blessed. I love our county. We have such great people. I love my crew. I couldn't ask for a better one. And I just want to remind you, girls aren't afraid to get dirty, right?
Yes.
Rhinestones and dirt.
Woo! Yes, I love that. Well, congratulations, Abby Thompson. You're making history while you're a District 3 commissioner, and we are so grateful for how you run the show over here. So
thank you.
Thank you, Abby. Love you. Bye.
Our beef is exclusively available at the Monk's Marketplace. Taste the difference that care and quality make, and visit our serene landscape to pick up your perfect cut.
On Benedict Street, Hardesty's Market and Deli is your go-to for all your local meat needs. It's also the perfect spot for lunch, offering your favorite local sandwiches, dips, sweets, and more. Support local. Stop by Hardesty's Market and Deli today.
For 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has trade classes for all ages. These programs are not just for our high school students, they are for all ages, and you have the opportunity to get further educated within our community and pick up a trade skill today at Gordon Cooper Technology Center.
A lot of people don't know we started Eric's Pharmacy in 1995. So we've been going strong for over 29 years. We had a chance to spruce things up, put in new flooring, new shelving, and it really came together beautifully. We invite everyone to come by and take a look.
Castor Key Auto Mart, online or in person. Castor Key Auto Mart. They're good people to deal with.
Midway, upon the journey of our life, I found myself within a forest dark, for the straightforward pathway had been lost. All hope abandoned, ye who enter here. And from beneath his robe he drew forth 2 keys. One was of gold, and the other was of silver. First with the white, and after with the yellow. Plied he the door so that I was content. Enter, but I give you warning, that forth returns whoever looks behind. From the most holy water I return, regenerate in the manner of new trees that are renewed with a new foliage, pure and disposed to mount into the stars. And suddenly it seemed as if day to day was added, as if he who has the power had with another sun the heaven adorned. Truly, whatever the holy realm I had the power to treasure in my mind, shall now become the subject of my song.
national marching competition and returns with superior rating, the highest possible from all judges at the event. It was the 5th consecutive year for the band to earn this honor. Tomorrow, the band competes in the Oklahoma Bandmasters Association State Marching Band Championship at Broken Arrow High School. Performance time is 2:15. Best of luck to the pride of the pack, and congratulations on another fine marching season.
Getting ready for the second half of play. Shawnee Wolves and the John Marshall Bears. Mark Wright, you have some stats for us from that first half?
Sure do. From our crack statistician, Jacob Wright, put these together for us. We have for Shawnee 8 first downs, John Marshall 3, 38 yards rushing, and 32 for John Marshall. So that's fairly even. In the passing situation here, Shawnee has 78 yards, passing to 30 for John Marshall, 116 total yards to John Marshall's 62. One penalty for 5-yard loss there. Where Shawnee and the Bears had 5 penalties for 25 yards. One turnover was the interception that Joe Collier made a great return on. And we punted the ball only 1 time tonight. And John Marshall's punted 4 times for average 32 yards. Whitson is 10 of 13, showing some skill there at 78 yards. And White has 5 carries for 14 yards. And Wallace 3 catches for 29 yards.
So Carter's a little bit ahead of his completion ratio, completion percentage. He's been close to 50%, or if not exactly 50% for the year coming into this ball game. Going 10 for 13. He's shown some great athleticism, especially on that throw to Cujo in the first half.
Yeah, I think that so far the key, I think, is field position, and we're not keeping time of possession, but I'm assuming that we've probably got the lead on that. We've seen 2 long sustained drives, both resulting in scoring for the Wolves. Another long sustained drive that did not, but we're maintaining the possession of the ball. And that's helping us, I think. And, of course, as I said earlier, the field position game has definitely gone in our favor.
I think you're right. As we touched on earlier, Coach Whitson likes to see a lot of green behind us, not in front of us. And the first drive we took, they punted from their end zone, and we thought we'd get better field position than we did. We actually started in our own end of the field, but we went all the way for the touchdown. And that got us rolling. The second drive, we took it right down. And we almost got another one with Joe Collier's interception there right at the end of the half.
Well, we're just about ready to set to kick off here in our second half of play as the clock is running on down here, about 30 seconds left, and then we'll kick the ball. The players are huddling down, our team huddling down in the end zone on their end zone, and now they're coming over, and the Bears huddling at the other end zone there.
Mark, just to interrupt just for a second, got a couple things out of the halftime. The interception by Collier was important going into the second half with momentum on the Wolves' side. The Wolves coaching staff knows that we need to continue to be very aggressive in the second half and not to miss so many assignments. We must have had a lot of missed assignments in the first half.
There's a lot of missed blocks there, I've noticed, in the first half that Coach, I think one of them particularly, he was really hollering about here toward the end of the first half.
You're exactly right. And, an interesting note here on the end of this is they're mentioning points. We need a victory of at least 15 points tonight for better position in the playoffs.
That's exactly right.
So they're talking about how we can better position ourselves for the playoffs. And on a bummer note, Lamar White is probably no-go in the second half. It looks like he has a hip pointer.
Yeah, that hurts us big time. We certainly need Lamar in there. I was talking to Mark Hite, the radio announcer, at halftime just a moment ago. Of course, by the time this airs, we'll all know where we're going to be playing. Probably, at least we'll know the outcome of the Tulsa-Kelly East Central game. He said that one scenario is the fact that if we get end up with third in the district, we could end up playing Claremore at Claremore, and if we win there, we could go to Ardmore and play Ardmore. So we get revenge from last year at Claremore, then we get double revenge from Ardmore if we play them. So, of course, there are so many scenarios.
Well, and those are
so many
very good football teams that we would be up against.
It'd be nice to be able to could go back and play those and have an opportunity to get some revenge, though. But that remains to be seen. Tonight, we just need to take care of business here at Jim Thorpe Stadium and take care of the Bears. So far, we've done a pretty decent job of it, 13-0, our score at halftime as we set to kick off here at the start of the third quarter. And if we can gain a couple more touchdowns, that'll help the point spread advantage. But certainly need to win this game tonight for a playoff spot. There's the kickoff, and deep to receive is Carter Whitson and Joe Collier, and the ball goes into the end zone and then out of it. So it'll be a touchback, and the ball will be set up. 1st and 10 for Shawnee Wolves on their 20-yard line.
1st and 10.
Pretty decent crowd here tonight, as it is senior night. We've recognized the seniors tonight early on, and it's their final game, final home conference game. More than likely there'll be more playoff games, and of course our last game is next week against Tulsa Kelly. We'd like to encourage everyone to, if you got an opportunity, to go up there and watch that last final conference away conference game. Mark McLean on the pitch back. Finds some running room. He's to the 30. Breaks a tackle. He's to the 40-yard line. All the way down to the 45. Great run by Mark McLean. 25 yards on that run by McLean.
And I'll tell you what, Mark, the blockers heard the coach's call at halftime because they really set their blocks up well and gave him lanes to run in.
You mentioned Lamar White out with a hip pointer, and we certainly hate that and hope that he's going to be okay, but it certainly gives Mark McLean an opportunity to show his prowess out there on the football field as well, and he does a great job there on that 25-yard carry. 1st and 10 for the Wolves on the 45. Whitson wants to pass. Has a man out there. It's Cudjoe. Catches the ball and crosses midfield into Bear territory there at the 49-yard line.
That's something that the coaches also touched on at halftime, is they feel that they can expose this secondary for positive yardage.
I think we can too. I think we haven't really shown them what we can do, especially deep down the field. I've yet to see a pass longer than 10 yards yet. Have we thrown it further than that? I don't think we have.
We tried the out and up with Antoine early, but
talking about a pass that went over
a
in the air 10 yards. Yeah,
the out and up went 35 into the end zone, but it wasn't completed.
That's yak though. All right, here we go. Carter Whitson, the counter, the cross pattern there to Zach Wallace, complete. Slant pattern.
Get on the stop with the Bears with number 7, Maurice Clark.
Of course, that pass keeps working. Why not keep doing it if it keeps working?
That's right.
Not complaining at all. Because anytime you're moving the sticks, you're doing the right thing. 1st and 10, again for Shawnee. Already we've seen 2 first downs here in the second half already. Cudjoe way far to the left, at the bottom of your screen. Zach Wallace out to the right. McLean, second man through, gets the handoff. Busts through for a 2-yard gain. See Joe Collier checking in there.
Number 5.
Going to give Cody Lyles a break.
No gain on the play.
Mark got hit pretty immediately after he got that ball. He tried to spin away from the tackler, but wasn't able to pick up much. Looks like it'll be second and about 10. They'd probably call it 9.
McLean's also kind of short guy. He's 5'10", 155 pounds. Not a very big running back, but he does a great job. There's the ball thrown out to, was that Collier out there?
That's
sorry. Cudjoe, I'm sorry. I couldn't see.
Whitson's pass complete to number 3, Antoine Cudjoe.
That was similar to the play that set up our touchdown, which I think you were calling yards after catch last time. Went for probably close to 30 yards.
Number 66, Eric McHenry, along with number
They
7,
go back to the
Maurice
well
Clark.
on that one. Didn't get quite as much that time.
All right, it's 3rd and 8 now. And Walter Boyd, big Walter Boyd, main number 96, Walter Boyd out there. Bottom of your screen, and Whitson's just going to keep the ball. And Collier lined up far to the left.
Carter Whitson on the quarterback keeper.
That is absolutely one of the most interesting formations I've seen, is where they put 4 wide receivers, 2 on either side, stacked them back to back. I never have quite understood that particular formation, and I'm not sure exactly what they call that, but it's an interesting way of lining up your men, because they just go back to back, standing back to back of one another. Now we've got 3 wide receivers split out to the left, and Whitson goes in shotgun formation. It's 4th down. He needs to make this completion. He's not going to be able to get there, as he is heavily pressured and is sacked all the way back to the 35-yard line, and the ball's going to go over on downs. That's another thing. The reason why we haven't had to punt very much tonight is we've gone for it on 4th down.
Along with number 52.
More than once tonight.
They had a blitz on from the far side, and it got to Carter pretty quick. He really didn't have an opportunity to even get set up and look downfield.
John Marshall takes over at 1st and 10.
Well, we made a halfway decent drive there, but it goes for naught, as the ball will go over now to the Bears on downs. It's 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Pitch back, and the ball carrier tries to make some running room there and gets maybe a couple of yards before he's brought down. That's a Jamar Bedford.
Yep. Will Thompson was in the backfield really quick, was able to slow up the play and make room, I think, for Eric Combs, it looked like, in there on the tackle.
The walls was number 44, Justin Bedwell.
Give him a 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8 now. DeJuan Thompson, excuse me. DeJuan Thompson, number 11, quarterback. And Thompson wants to run the ball and just does so right up the middle as he tries to pick up a block from Dismuke, the other running back.
Number 11, DeJuan Thompson.
Justin Bedwell and Will Thompson in there.
2-yard gain, 3rd down, 5 yards to go now for a 1st down.
There to knock him down for the Wolves, number 44, Justin Bedwell, and number 37, Will Thompson. 3rd down, upcoming for the visitors.
DeJuan Thompson goes in shotgun formation now, wants to throw the ball, heavily pressured there, and that ball is knocked down.
Eric Combs got in there quickly.
Eric Combs puts a hand up.
You know, I'm surprised that we haven't seen more of Jamar Bedford. I thought we were going to see a heavy dose of him tonight.
I did too. I'm shocked that we haven't. We've seen Dismuke run the ball as much tonight as we've seen Jamar. He was, at least from the indication of the paper, a highly talented runner.
Well, if you're averaging 10 yards a touch, I think
give him the ball. Give him the ball. He's only been in six games.
They're not in punting position here, Mark, or punting formation. I would think they'd want to get rid of it.
You'd think so. 4th down and 5. He wants to throw the ball. He had a seam there and did have a man open. Was Maurice Clark, but Thompson's not able to make the completion there. Not a very good pass, and so it goes incomplete. Ball goes over on downs.
Gives us an opportunity to recognize Wall's Bargain Center, Shawnee. Shop at Wall's Bargain Center, the home of great stuff cheap. One of my favorite places to shop in Shawnee. Like to go down there and look at shoes, furniture, you name it. Wall's Bargain Center, the home of great stuff cheap. Thanks, Walls.
From the John Marshall 40-yard line.
Field position, the name of the game, and it goes in favor of the Wolves again as we get the ball back on the 40-yard line, as they're unable, or the Bears, to convert on 4th down. They go 4 and out, and there's some movement there on the line of scrimmage, and we'll check this. And it is going to be movement on against the Wolves, so that'll back them up 5 yards. Seen that a couple times tonight.
We have, but for the most part, we've played error-free as far as penalties go, which is good to see.
More penalties against the Bears than for the Wolves, that's for sure.
5 yards brings up 1st down and 15 from the 45.
Mark McLean taking over for the injured Lamar White in the backfield, along with Wallace. And Whitson's going to keep this ball, and he's got some running room out there. He's to the 30. He's to the 20-yard line. The 10, the 5. Touchdown, Carter Whitson.
What a run. What a run. That's fun to watch now, Mark.
Baby, 45-yard quarterback keeper for Carter Whitson.
45
That was sweetness.
Yeah, he found the gap, and he really took advantage of that. He made a couple of the Bear defenders miss nicely in the open field, and I kind of like that at the goal line. He kind of just put his head down and said, oh, I'm not going to run away from you. I'm going to run over you.
Great blocking downfield as well, and Carter Whitson takes it to the house. Adam Betterton on now for the extra point. Parsons holding the ball, and this time, now they're looking at each other. Okay,
they threw a flag into the middle of there, Mark.
Okay. That was interesting.
Another penalty on an extra point.
Yeah, this happened again last time. The last time that we missed that one.
They're testing Adam. See if he can make this 25-yarder.
Well, he's kicked a 36-yarder, I believe it was, that he kicked last home game.
Yeah.
He was the star of that game. He's had 3 penalties tonight against us, and 2 of them have been on extra points. That was just keep backing it up, and he'll just keep kicking it again.
Well, they came across that time.
I think they did too.
I don't know if we drew them or
were they drawn offsides? That's the key. Nope, they were not drawn offsides. So we could do this all night long.
We could, back and forth, back and forth.
Here we go. Okay, now we're settled down. We're back to where we started.
We're right back where we started from.
That's what I said. He's reading my mind. Okay. It's extra point finally for Betterton, and he gets it.
Yeah,
finally, thank you. We finally got that done. It's getting tired.
Here we go. We want to thank Shawnee. We want to thank Oklahoma Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for this scoreboard. Robert Gunderson, board-certified orthopedic surgeon. Shawnee Wolves 20. The visitors from John Marshall 0. Thank you, Dr. Robert Gunderson, and all your support of the Shawnee Wolves television football broadcast. Thank you.
Well, that was a short scoring drive, but it certainly was a profitable one as Carter Whitson takes it 45 yards for the score, and 20-0 is our score. And we've got our 15 points that we need. We just need to hang on to it now, and shutout would be nice. You know, that's one thing that we just haven't been able to do this year is shut out any team, and it's usually become because of. And I'm not being critical here because I know we want the players to be able to play, those who don't normally get to play, but it's come against our second and third team defense where a lot of the scoring has been done. Banjo kicks it off and he touches does he touch the ball back?
Into the end zone.
It's into the end zone, so it's going to be brought back to the 20. But I was saying, what was I saying?
What you were saying was our defense, and it would be nice to see a shutout.
Oh, yeah, I was talking about shutout. I have a one-track mind here. Yeah, most of the scoring against these teams that have been less experienced that we've taken it to, most of the scoring has been done late in the fourth quarter. And the last week, I think they scored, was it like 6 seconds left or something like that in the game? Against McAllister, yeah. But maybe we can get a shutout tonight. Quarterback's in big-time trouble. Does his knee go down? Evidently not. There's no whistle there, and he's still running. Thompson's trying to get some running room there. And he ran 50 yards and gained 7. 5.
Yeah, he did. Barrett Kelly was really after him back there in the backfield, close to the 8-yard line.
I thought
it looked like the pivot happened right at the 5-yard line.
I thought his knee went down, but evidently it didn't.
Good defensive pursuit.
Juan Thompson did a great job of keeping his balance there because I really thought he was going down. Did get 5 yards on that long carry. Thompson wants to throw the ball, has a man open out there. That's Billy Dismuke, who makes the completion for a first down.
Just over the outstretched hand of Jared Jackson. Looked like Corey McAvoy was out there. Picked up about 12 yards on that pass play.
1st and 10 now for the Bears. Ball spotted at the 37-yard line. Juan Thompson, the quarterback, again wants to throw the ball. Heavy pressure by Thompson. Gets the ball out there, but it's incomplete. It's almost caught and then dropped.
They were trying to get it out to their main man, Bedford, and I'll tell you what, he had a lot of green in front of him.
Oh,
if that would have been a well-thrown ball, that would have been that probably would have ended up a foot race between Bedford and Corey McAvoy.
Credit 37 Will Thompson in there for some heavy pressure that didn't allow Juan Thompson to get off a very good pass. So ball falls incomplete. Second down at 10 now for the John Marshall Bears. Defense needs to step up here, put it to them. Inside handoff, now the reverse to Dismuke. Found some left side running room there. And he gets to a first down before he's finally brought down by Carter Whitson. But there's another misdirection play there as you saw the inside handoff. Then Dismuke took the ball around on the in reverse. So they're going back to their trickery again.
Thinking the same thing, Mark.
Yeah.
I was watching Carter follow that ball in the backfield. He got into good position to make that tackle.
Billy Dismuke comes out here far to the bottom of your screen on the far right side. Hands the ball off. And he's got some running room to the outside, but then there's a penalty flag goes up as soon as Carter Whitson comes up to make the stop on Bedford.
It's good to have somebody who has football smarts back there at your strong safety. Not only is he's of course a safety valve like on that previous reverse, but this time he was able to step up and really lay a hit on Bedford. Stop him for no gain.
Carter Whitson has just done, I mean, we say so much about his athletic ability as quarterback, but you're absolutely right. I mean, the guy's got 61 tackles coming in tonight's game, and he's way back there as free safety, but he's able to come up so quickly and just fly to the football. Penalty goes against John Marshall, so it'll be first down and 19 yards to go. Thompson throws the ball way out there, and it could be intercepted. Almost picked off again by Joe Collier as they're testing him out there. Joe says nothing doing as he sticks his hand up there, and if he would have looked up as he was falling down, the ball almost fell on his lap. Intended receiver was number 7, or Maurice Clark.
Joe really had good position on that play.
He did. Thompson wants to throw the ball. Heavy pressure, Jared Jackson. Jared Jackson. Oh, what a stop.
That's what we need. Just keep moving them back the other way.
Whoa, baby. Jared's fired up. Get some congratulations by the coach on the sidelines there as he takes a breather. Now they're pushing him further and further back. It's third down and 22 yards now.
I'll tell you, Jared Jackson's a real emotional leader on this Wolves team. And it's good to see him get into that action that really can pump up this Wolves defense.
Let's talk a little bit about the linebacker situation, this linebacker core. They've had to step up this year and show some real leadership as Tyson Brown, and we hate the fact that he was not able to play this year, and we were so looking forward so much to seeing what Tyson could do in linebacker, and we knew that we were going to probably miss him, and we have, but these guys have really stepped up to the task. All these linebackers that we've had this year, they've done a remarkable job, and many of them have kind of done dual starting roles there as Barrett Gilley and Eric Combs, those guys, and of course Torrey Ely and Jared Jackson, Will Thompson. I mean, they've just stepped it up to a different, higher level.
They have, and that's what Coach Whitson spoke to me prior to the season opener. He said, you got to watch these guys because it's going to be a key to our entire season. And they have really stepped up. Thank you. Well, I thought we were going to go to a break there, Mark, but I just thank you, Shawnee, for tuning in.
Thank you, linebackers.
Thank you.
Well, it's third down and a taxi cab ride. for a first. Long way, 22 yards. Thompson wants to throw the ball because he has to, and he just airs it out there as far as he can. And again, it's almost picked off by Joe Collier. They keep testing him.
Yep, right through his hands that time. He almost pulled it down.
Yeah, he almost had another one there.
There's big number 8.
So,
He's really had a good senior season, Joe Collier has.
Really has.
Stepping back there, getting ready to receive that punt. This will be fun to watch him bring the ball back.
Set for the return for Shawnee, number 8, Joe Collier.
Joe standing about the 25-yard line. As the punter gets the ball off. Decent punt, bounces at the 27-yard line. Kind of knocked forward there, and he's kicking it. And okay. And no, the referee didn't see that. Certainly
I think
not.
he saw the first one. Here we go. Walls Bargain Center is a fun place to shop. What is Walls Bargain Center? Walls always has bargains to choose from, and their stock changes regularly. Great buys on name brand shoes and clothing, as well as sporting goods and knickknacks for the home. The folks at Walls have grown this Shawnee company statewide by making the best deals so they can offer us great stuff really cheap. Thanks, David, and the entire Walls Bargain Center team in helping make this broadcast of Shawnee Wolves football possible.
40-yard punt, 1st and 10. Shawnee Wolves on their own 25-yard line now. Carter Whitson goes under center. Hands the ball off to...
Got to be Walter Boyd.
Oh, there was a fumble. Was that a fumble?
I think he was down.
Okay.
Walter Boyd, the ball carrier.
They were jumping up and down where the Bears as if he had fumbled the ball, but
Brought down on the play by
he was on the
number 20,
ground
Chris
when the
Brewer.
ball came loose.
does gain about 3 yards on the carry, does Walter Boyd. 2nd down now, 7. Jason Bourbonnais as a wide receiver now out to the left of your screen.
3-yard gain on the play brings up 2nd and 7.
Walter gets, it is Walter. He was running so fast. I'm thinking that's not
He's
Walter.
still
Look at
running.
him go. He's not down yet. He's still going. That is amazing. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You just don't grab around his neck to try to bring him down. You better get a hold of his legs because he's just not going down with one guy hanging on him.
He carries people, and I think that he shows mercy on some of those defensive backs by just not lowering his shoulder and running over them. He sometimes tries to hop around them, but it's a mercy statement because that back will hold on to him, and it doesn't even slow him down. Five or more get onto him.
It's a 24-yard gain. He shot out of there so fast, I really didn't think it was him at first, and I thought, is that Walter? And it was. Great run by Walter Boyd. Whitson wants to chunk the ball out there, and he makes the completion. Immediately brought down, though. That's Zach Wallace makes that completion at the 40-yard line now. 2nd down, short yardage now. Going back to that Walter Boyd, the game against Durant, it was just so funny the way he caught the ball and he had guys just hanging all over him. And he just kept knocking them off like they were flies or something. It was almost humorous, really. And he finally scored a touchdown on it.
He is a big old boy.
It's just fun to watch him.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Bourbonnais split out far to the left side. Coach Owen Wallace to the right, wants to throw it to Bourbonnais. Does make the completion. He catches the ball and it's tackled immediately, or he would have been gone because there was only one man out there, and that was number 11, the quarterback, Thompson. And Thompson stopped him.
Number 4, Jason Bourbonnais.
It's nice to see Jason come back for that ball because that ball was in the air a long time. Jason came back and made a fine catch.
Carter comes over and gets some further instructions from his dad. And as the Wolves come to the line now, split receivers, Wallace and Cudjoe. Hand off to Mark McClain. He fumbles the ball. Just fall on it. Just fall on that ball. Carter Whitson tries to, and it's still loose. Still loose out there, and I don't know, but I think the Bears might have got it.
Fumble on the play, recovered
Yeah,
by
sure
Tom
do.
Marshall.
Oh, that was one where Mark McClain probably the better thing to do there would probably be just to fall on the ball.
Yeah, that's tough because he really bobbled it before anybody was around him, and so he probably felt a need to try to pick that ball up. But you're right, Mark. Probably should have. Anytime the ball's on the ground like that, you need to fall on
When
it.
the ball is bouncing around like that, it looks so easy to pick up, but anybody who's played football at all knows that ball does some crazy things, especially when you try to pick it up and run with it. It's just so hard to do that. 1st and 10 now for the Bears as they take over on the turnover, and Thompson chunks the ball out there and tries to make a completion to Bedford, but overthrows him.
They've just not been able to get the hookup tonight to old Jamar Bedford, and that's good for us.
Yeah.
I think Thompson's 1 for 6.
Not too impressed with Thompson's arm. I'll just go ahead and say it tonight. He's had some men open at several different times tonight. He just was not able to get the ball to him.
Yeah, been particularly hard in the second half. I think that 1 for 6 is in the second half.
Shotgun formation now, 2nd down 10. That time he does just gets the ball out there to Maurice Clark, but
we have a flag
Clark
down, Mark.
He's not able to hang on to the ball. We'll check this penalty marker as it's down. Carter says it's against the Bears. And
illegal formation was the preliminary call.
Yeah, we'll probably just decline this more than likely. And the ball is declined. Penalty is declined, excuse me. So that'll bring up 3rd and 10 now. .2:17 left to go in the 3rd quarter. 20-0 our score as the Wolves lead this one against John Marshall High School. Billy Dismute comes out here to the far right side. 2 wide receivers to the left. Thompson likes Dismute, and he's going to throw to him. The ball's way, way overthrown as Corey McAvoy stretches out, and he's not even with his speed's not even able to catch up with that overthrown football. It seems to me that Thompson just kind of reaches back and just kind of throws it as far as he can and hopes that the receiver can run under it. He's only 5 of 17 tonight for 36 yards.
Brings up 4th down for the visitors.
So if we can hold him here, we'll get the ball over again on downs as they try to go for it on 4th down. And heavy pressure that time. He does make the completion, and he does get a 1st down too as he crosses over into Wolves territory. Credit number 84, Lank Schmidt, for that pass completion from Thompson. Now it's 1st and 10, 39-yard line. Thompson hands the ball off, and there's another penalty flag as Jamar Bedford crosses to the 35. Seen a lot of penalties tonight already.
This 2nd quarter.
Yeah.
I mean 3rd quarter. I'm sorry, this second half.
Yeah, a lot of them.
We have. It's really slowed the pace of this ball game down.
That's always in the area of holding when you see those flags land right in that area, right in there, close to the line of scrimmage, more than likely, and that's probably what it's going to be. As they mark off 10 against John Marshall. Bears been penalized a lot tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Richard Sims up there and David Holmes are really doing a fine job on that line this evening. Defensive line getting pressure, but also playing heady ball, watching the crossing that's going on.
Quarterback throws the ball and to number 84. That's Lance Schmidt again.
Intended on the play for number 84, Lance Schmidt.
Bears penalized 8 times tonight already.
Jared Kessler also up there on that line. They're really playing hard.
2nd down now, 20 yards to go for the Bears. Thompson, quarterback, hands it off. Again, it's the reversed to Billy Dismute. He breaks a couple tackles, gets back to the original line of scrimmage, and we've seen that play tonight. That's the third or fourth time I think we've seen the reverse.
The ball carrier on the reverse.
Carter put his head down a little bit on that one and missed that tackle.
Brought down on the play by number 8, Joe Collier,
Saw
number 26,
I saw
Florence Ely.
his dad over here shaking his head. I think he saw that very thing.
Eric Combs checks in. Gilly gets a breather. That's third down, and about 8, almost 9 yards really needed for a first down. Hand off, and I think he fumbled that ball. Jamar Bedford, he either fumbled it or he didn't get very far. They were able to recover if he did. It looked like it might have been dropped.
Looked like Big David Holmes in there to wrap him up, bring him down quick.
Linebackers being replenished here in almost every play now. Walker Boyd was in there. He checks out now. Now it's fourth down again, and it's where we need to make a big stop here. And he's under heavy pressure again, and he's down. Whoa! That's Sims. Richard Sims, number 50, gets in there. Bedwell is in there as well. Sims gets credit for that sack.
Good time.
Couldn't come at a better time.
That's right. Shows time for Sonic. We appreciate Sonic and all they do to make this broadcast possible. Thank you, Shawnee Sonics. 2 on Kickapoo and 1 on Harrison, which is the original location of the beginning of this whole Sonic franchises. Thank you, Sonic, for all your help.
Wolves take over on downs now. It's 1st and 10 from their 47 as Carter Whitson keeps the ball on again. Breaks up the middle as he fakes the handoff there to Mark McLean. Gets across midfield into Bear territory.
Did you see him just duck that clothesline? That defense had a bead on him, and he just ducked the tackle and scampered up for 6 yards.
That's the end of the third quarter of play.
Yeah, and it was a slow second quarter, but Shawnee's opening drive was very successful.
Time for another one of our lucky number program giveaways. Turn to page 18
on this beautiful night. We want to thank Dr. Robert Gunderson with the scoreboard graphics showing Shawnee Wolves 20, visitors of John Marshall, nothing. Oklahoma Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Robert J. Gunderson, board-certified orthopedic surgeon. Thank you, Dr. Gunderson, for all your help, all your support.
Well, Daniel, we really do want to shut out tonight, but more than that, we want to keep this 15-point spread advantage, and so it's even more critical now. I mean, I know the coach really does want to see us come away tonight with our first shutout of the season, and so we need to step it up a little bit here in the fourth quarter and make that happen. I'd really like to see us do that. So I would imagine that unless we really get way ahead here, we'll probably see this first team defense take it to the end of this game, more than likely tonight. Carter Whitson is 14 of 17 for 114 yards tonight. Doing a great job at quarterback is Carter Whitson as we start here in the fourth quarter of action. 20-0 our score, Wolves leading.
The coaching staff in that third quarter have made some comments that our aggressiveness on defense is intimidating their offense, and I think that's evident.
Handoff, Mark McLean, he fumbles the ball. Oops, never really got a hold of that one, and that ball is going to go over, I think.
Yes.
They're still scrambling for it, but I believe John
It's already
Marshall's
shown. Yeah, John Marshall's ball.
McLean never really had his hands on that ball. It was just not a clean handoff, and he's frustrated as he comes off the field there. He needs to shake that one off. And tough break there as the coach is meeting him on the sideline saying, shake that one off, we'll get it back in a minute. Our defense is doing a great job tonight. We've shown that already. Third quarter, they've done a tremendous job of stopping this Bear offense, not allowing them to really penetrate very far at all tonight into our territory. But it is 1st and 10 now, right inside their 50-yard line, about the 49-yard line. Thompson chunks the ball out there. His pass is complete, and he gains about 9 yards on that pass completion.
The coaching staff has been real impressed with Will Thompson tonight. He's playing very strong. That stop, of course, was Corey McAvoy. The turnovers are not something that's very characteristic for this Shawnee Wolves football team.
No, it's not. They haven't, especially fumbling. They haven't fumbled the ball a lot this year at all. But unfortunately, we've made a couple of those errors tonight. That's hurt us as far as maintaining.
Thompson there smacked by Torrey Ely, but not before he was able to get a first down. He didn't have very far to go.
Bears going with a hurry-up offense now. It's 1st and 10. Thompson wants to throw the ball, does, and is incomplete as the pass is meant for Maurice Green. Maurice Clark, excuse me.
Trying to put us on our heels a little bit by going to this no-huddle offense. See if the Bears can generate any type of offense. Positive yardage. This is usually about the time that we'd stop them with our bend but don't break
Exactly.
philosophy.
2nd down now. Thompson pump fakes. Now he chunks the ball way down there, and it's almost picked off by Corey McAvoy. There's 2 flags down on the field again.
Pass ball's incomplete. Flags down on the
You know that's going to be holding.
Yep. Again, you see how close those flags are together there, and just exactly where they're laying.
Corey McAvoy there in good coverage. Almost had himself another interception for the year. Sometimes it gets lonesome out there on the corner. But Corey and Joe Collier sure do a good job.
Done a great job all year long. Of course, you got the speed of Corey McAvoy, and you got the athleticism of Joe Collier.
You know, this is about typical. Just like we said before this play, this is normally where we would stop them on the field, and they've been shooting themselves in the foot all this second half.
We've seen John Marshall tonight in long situations here, 2nd and long, 3rd and long, because they've been pushed back by penalties and sacks. Shawnee's has had 4 sacks tonight, 37 yards loss for John Marshall. Now it's 2nd down, 25. This is when you can really send them in there and blitz them, and that's exactly what they do. They read my mind. And I'm telling you, Jared Jackson came in like gangbusters.
He's pumped up.
I'm telling you.
Jared is pumped up.
Well, you know they're in a passing situation. You know they're not going to have a whole lot of time to throw the ball if you blitz them. And he's already shown that he's not very accurate as a passer anyway. Why not bring him? Why not send him in? I'd do it again here. It's 3rd down. I'd do the same thing again.
I think they're going to bring Barrett Gilly.
We're going to try to go for an interception this time. We're just going to let him throw the ball. And he does, and he's able to make the completion. He finds a seam out there at midfield. And is that Dismuke? Number 6 makes the completion there? Yeah, it is.
I think so.
But still, even after a big pickup there, you would count that as a pretty nice pickup on that pass there.
Yeah, it was.
It's still 4th down and about 20, close to 20 yards for a first.
I think it was 3rd and 40.
Yeah, great pass completion, and you still got 20 yards to go. This works in our favor as well. They're trying to play catch-up, are the Bears, and he's just going to take off and run with it, and he's chased all over the place. And Barrett Gilly's the first one to reach in there and grab him and bring in the quarterback, Juwan Thompson. And again tonight, the Wolves take over on downs.
We want to thank Shawnee Cleaners and Laundry for their support of this Shawnee Wolves television broadcast. They have drop-off and pickup service on Saturday and Sunday, which is great. Go right through the Laundry and get to the Cleaners. They're over at 707 West, or East, I'm sorry, 707 East Independence. Thank you, Shawnee Cleaners.
Wolves just need to make a sustained drive here and just run the clock out. That's the best thing that we can do, I think, tonight, is we try to finish out this ball game. Carter Whitson's just going to take the ball, tuck and run with it. Got some running room, fakes a pass as he actually crosses the line of scrimmage. Another flag down on the play, however.
We can't seem to stay away from those.
I love the way he pump faked it after he was 5 yards across the line of scrimmage, but it actually allowed him to gain a couple of more yardage. They bought it, but we'll check this flag and see what happens here. Usually in the area, again, an area of holding, more than likely, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, quarterbacks tend to think sometimes that those defensive players are mentally challenged, so they just keep pumping that on down the field, and it seems to work. When you're Carter Whitson, hey, why not?
Yeah, when you're trying to tackle him too, you're just thinking, I want to get him, and you know whatever it does to cause confusion there.
That's right. He doesn't need much to get by him. So.
That's right. That's right. We'll play this one over again, first down, and as they back us up 10 yards. Carter Whitson wants to throw the ball, has the man out there, Bourbonnais, excuse me, and overthrows him. Just overthrown just a bit. Unfortunately, the worst thing about that is it stops the clock, and we just need to run the clock out. We've seen him passing the ball, but I'd love to see us run this thing out here and take it home.
We've had some trouble with the exchange between Mark and Carter, and there's still plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah, lots of time left.
Keeping our game plan.
Blitz coming. Carter Whitson rolls out to his right to find some running room. Does get the ball complete. Another flag goes down as did he catch that?
Yes, he did.
Cudjoe, the receiver there. I was looking over at the flag as it caught my eye as we've just seen so many flags, especially here in the second half. And again, holding. And, boy, we just got to stop that business. That's killing us. Just killing us.
Yeah, I think that the players need to recognize that these referees have gotten into a groove in which they're seeing something that perhaps normally might not be called, but for some reason they've started to call it. We've just got to be able to keep our hands on our own jerseys.
Well, you've heard it said,
not march backwards.
Exactly. You've heard it said that you can almost call holding on every play. It just depends on the particular officials that you have and how picky they are in calling it what they call holding and what they don't call holding. So whatever they're doing out there, they're calling it holding. So it's second down and a long 30 yards. So we just need to get some of this back right here. And Cudjoe drops the ball. He's right in his hands there, and he's not able to hang on to it. Again, stops the clock, and we keep going back.
This would be an ideal time for a quick kick. Put Jason Bourbonnais in there. No, not Jason Bourbonnais, but Joe Collier.
Collier
our
checks
punter.
in. Yeah, Bourbonnais is a punter.
Okay.
Yeah,
put Jason back there. And
brings up third down and 30 for Shawnee.
Of course, they don't do it because I'm not the coach.
No. Third down, 30 yards to go before we can even get a first down. Carter Whitson has his man out there, Zach Wallace, and he catches the ball. No, he doesn't catch the ball. Excuse me. I thought he hung on to it, but evidently not, and so that goes incomplete. So that series of downs stunk big time because we just went from the 42-yard line all the way back to our own 23-yard line.
Two costly holding penalties really took us the wrong direction.
And several incomplete passes that stopped the clock, and so now they're going to get the ball back. Pretty decent field position. In fact, they're probably going to get some of the best field position they've had all night long, depending on how Jason gets this punt away and what kind of return they get off of it. Assuming he does get away, a great punt, and the ball bounces at the 35-yard line, and Dismuke looks at the ball and doesn't try to make the return, and it gets a pretty decent roll all the way down to the 29-yard line there. So he does get a great punt. Otherwise, if they would have gotten any kind of return at all, they'd have had some decent field position.
That was a good punt.
43 yards on that punt. That's one of Jason's best punts of the night. I think he had a 45-yarder earlier. But when you get those rolls like that and the receiver doesn't pick it up, you can get a pretty decent punt off of it.
He's averaging close to 40 yards a punt, isn't he?
36, I think.
That's good.
It really is. That's critical in any ball game that you have a punter that can push them back there. Okay, it's 1st and 10 now for the John Marshall Bears. Ball spotted, 29-yard line. Thompson goes in shotgun formation, shuttle pass, and he finds some room, tries to find some room out to the right side.
No, Corey McAvoy and Bedford ganged up for that, or ganged up on Bedford. With Justin. Help me, Justin Bedwell.
Bedford got Bedford running it, and Bedwell tackling.
That's right. With Corey McAvoy on the bottom.
First time we've seen the little shuttle pass there from Thompson to Bedford. And we'll stop play just for a moment here as we fix some of the equipment on one of the linemen there for the Bears.
Looks like big number 55 for the Bears, Larry Jackson. Had some trouble with his helmet.
Quarterback, Thompson wants to throw the ball. He's being pressured heavily. Just throws it out of bounds, does a smart thing there. David Holmes putting pressure on him.
Pass sails out of bounds.
7 minutes, 49 seconds left to go in this ball game. Still got ourselves a shutout here. Like to see that happen. 20-0 our score.
See Will Thompson there. He's really had a great game.
Third down for the visitor.
Dwan Thompson, the quarterback. 3rd down, 5 yards needed for the first down. Thompson just going to keep the ball. Gets a first down. Gets across to the 42-yard line, 43 before he stopped, but he does get a first down. Showed a couple of moves there that we haven't seen all night long.
Yep. Both the quarterbacks have shown some good moves.
Really expected to see more of that tonight, to be honest with you, but we haven't really seen him run the ball a whole lot.
Well, he or Bedford.
Or Bedford either, for that matter, really. This time he wants to throw the ball back to Bedford, and I'm telling you, he just has a difficult time getting a ball from point A to point B.
Yes, he does.
Bedford had a little running room out there.
Barrett Gilly was closing fast. Like to think he wouldn't have gone very far, but you're right, Mark. I mean, there's a lot of green out there. For a talented running back like Bedford, if you could just put the ball where he could catch it, let's see what he could do.
So it's 2nd down and 10 now for the Bears. Thompson's pressured, and he is down again by Jared Jackson and Will Thompson.
Yeah,
that's the 2nd big sack we've seen tonight, at least the 2nd one from Jared Jackson. He is playing, and Will Thompson, both of those guys have just really stepped it up tonight.
They have. Jared's really come on strong on the blitzes, and Will has just been strong throughout the game, stopping the ball. No stunts, no blitzes, just stopping the ball.
Stopping it. You're absolutely right. 3rd down, long yardage now. That's 6 sacks. And Jackson with 3 of those tonight.
2nd down and 18 for the visitors.
This is the situation we like to see him in, a passing situation. Finds his receiver out there, Dismuke, and he breaks the first tackle, but he doesn't get away from the 2nd man, as he does get some yardage, but not a whole lot. Now it's going to be 4th down.
Looks like about 4 yards to go for a first.
Must have got out of bounds because the clock is stopped now with 6 minutes, 36 seconds left to go. And they go no huddle here and try to pick it up on 4th down. And does he complete that? Yes, I believe he does. That's Billy Dismuke. Does get the pass completed and gets out of bounds. So they're able to get the first down and stop the clock. Well, the clock would have stopped anyway on the move of the chains, but needless to say, they keep their drive alive, and now they're into Wolves territory. Ball spotted at the 44-yard line. Thompson again to throw the ball, and all of a sudden they're finding open receivers everywhere, and this one's going to break some tackles, and that's a Maurice Clark. And they're finding that seam in there, underneath seam in there between the linebackers and the cornerbacks. And
they really are
exposing that area there that they haven't been able to do all night. And I'm not sure, but I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the deepest penetration that we've seen tonight.
I think you're right.
For the Bears.
Sitting on the 28-yard line?
Yeah, 28-yard line. Thompson goes back to pass again. Another completion to Clark, and his knee touches down. As Collier's there to stop him, but this is a little disconcerting when they can all of a sudden start opening up their passing game when they've not been able to do anything all night long, and all of a sudden
the soft ring a bell.
We have been playing soft coverage, and now you see the receivers coming up now and playing a little bit stiffer coverage as Thompson, and that ball is knocked down.
Eric Combs again getting up in the quarterback's face.
Yeah, we've seen him do that. It's the second time I think he's done that tonight.
Eric Combs.
It'll bring up a third down. 6 yards to go now for the Bears.
Third down for the visitor.
See if we can stop him here. Inside handoff. Tries to find the outside. And Carter Whitson misses the first tackle there.
But he really drove him deep into the backfield. Yeah.
He did a great job of pushing Bedford out and allowing his teammates to come over and make that stop.
Justin Bedwell, along with number 21, Jared Jackson.
Doesn't look like the John Marshall coaching staff are changing their personnel, so they're probably going to go for it here.
We've seen them go for it on fourth down so many times tonight. They haven't. How many times have they punted the ball tonight?
They have a quality place kicker. This would be a 40-yard field goal try, but obviously they're not going to try it.
They've gone for it so many times on fourth down because they've been in that situation. And we just need to stop him here. Thompson's under heavy pressure now. He's been chased back and throws just duck up there as Combs had him dead to rights.
Flags on the play.
They've only completed it one time tonight when they went for it on fourth down. But unfortunately, there's a flag down on the play. We're going to check this. And if it's holding against the Bears, and it is, we'll decline that, and we'll get the ball back with 4 minutes and 33 seconds. And surely, Daniel, we can hang on to this ball for the last 4 minutes.
I hope
run
so.
The clock off.
And we could do some cleaning up right here in Shawnee, like the Shawnee Cleaners at 707 East Independence. Dwight and Darcy, Yancey always offers smiles and quick service. Shawnee Cleaners is weekday, same-day service, and drop-off service on Saturday and Sunday. Shawnee Cleaners has a laundromat available as well right beside their cleaners. Thanks Dwight and Darcy and everyone at Shawnee Cleaners in helping make this television broadcast of Shawnee Wolves football possible.
First and 10, Shawnee Wolves. Mark McLean with the ball, and he's got some running room there. Oh, he strips the ball. Oh, no. The ball was stripped out as Mark tried to gain extra yardage there. And let's see, sure enough, oh, man, this is crazy. And again, Mark McLean fumbles the ball, and the Bears are going to take over. Just as we had momentum going our way, we finally held them on fourth down. And you saw the player, and I didn't catch his number, but reach in there and strip him of the ball, grab it out of there, and pull it right out.
You know, of the 4 of our last drives, only one of them have gone over 3 plays, I think, because we've had 3 fumbles.
Yeah.
And that means they may be open in our backfield because we may be getting tired. I don't know how. It would be interesting to know how much time our defense has spent on the field in this fourth quarter, late third quarter and fourth quarter.
Very uncharacteristic for Shawnee to fumble the ball as many times as they have tonight. Thompson under heavy pressure there. shovel pass again, and Bedwell was coming big time like a train right to Thompson.
He better get rid of that one. Justin Bedwell put a pop on you.
He was coming in big time. And I think they've finally discovered that if we can just put some heavy pressure on the quarterback, Dewan Thompson, he'll at least not have time to find those open receivers. Billy Myatt checks in late for the Bears there as a wide receiver. He just hands the ball off, inside handoff, and Bedford gains 5 yards.
Brought down by Bedwell and Carter Whitson. Hey, the coaches feel like we've been winning the line of scrimmage.
We
battle.
have. You're absolutely right there, and you make a great point because we've pretty much shut down any chance of them being able to run the ball. But they have found late in this game a seam in the end there to throw it. And again, he probably should have caught that ball. Clark should have. But, of course, Collier was right there. Even if he had caught it, it wouldn't have been much gain at all.
Goes out. Kudos go out to Jared Kessler, David Holmes, Richard Sims, Will Thompson. Chicago Heron, we've seen in there on and off. They're really taking over that line of scrimmage and allowing a lot of our blitzes to be successful.
4th down, they've completed one of these 4th down plays tonight thus far. And here we see it again as Thompson goes back to pass, and he does complete that 4th down. Depending on the spot now, it's going to be very close whether or not he makes this 1st down.
Yeah, he gave him a right foot spot, and that's good.
Yeah,
sure enough. 1st down.
And the referee there signals 1st down for the Bears. 3 minutes, 35 seconds left to go. Need the shutout here. We need it particularly for the point spread. We need the 15 points, but we need it overall just to be able to say we've been able to shut out a team this year. We haven't done that thus far. Bedford takes the inside handoff, and
Jared,
met 3 players.
Sorry about that, Mark. Jared Kessler really popped him, but then old David Holmes came in and cleaned up.
Met in the backfield by number 56, Jared Kessler.
Good play. Loss of 4, looks like.
David Holmes.
Clock moving, just under 3 minutes left in this ball game. Thompson wants to throw the ball now. There's
the clock was moving, Mark.
Yeah, clock was moving, but now it's stopped as the penalty down for illegal procedure against the Bears.
Please report to the press box at this time. You just want a gift certificate from the Chicago Street Deli. Official signal false start against the Bears.
2nd down now. It's long yardage, 20 yards now for a 1st. More like 18 as Thompson goes back to pass. Finds a man way downfield, and it's broken up by Carter Whitson. As I believe Dismuke was the intended receiver downfield.
Pass ball is incomplete, intended on the play for number 6, Billy Dismuke. There on the coverage for the Wolves, number 7, Carter
Does
Whitson.
stop the clock, however, and now it's 3rd down. Billy Dismuke, the primary receiver tonight, was double covered on that play. 3rd down. Thompson under center. Play action. There's big time holding there. I don't know if they're going to call that or not. They finally do. Oh, he fumbles the ball. And just check and see what happens there.
Rolled right to one of the John Marshall players, it looks like.
There was some big time holding against Shawnee, or against our players.
Right.
It's going to go in favor of Shawnee as they mark this one off. Even I, with my poor eyesight, saw that.
It looked like they were trying to keep back big Eugene Young from making a devastating sack.
And so we will decline that, which is probably the smarter play there, because that loss of down is more important at this point when he's still got 18 yards to go for a first. It's 4th down now.
Brings up 4th down for the visitors.
And I don't know how many times we've seen this tonight. A bunch. They've made 2 of 7. This is the 8th time we've seen this. And he is in big time heavy pressure, and he goes nowhere, says Justin Bedwell. Just put him to bed.
Yes, he did. What a hit.
I could do it right there.
I think you're
2
right.
minutes left to go.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Just hang on to the ball.
the apparent victory here tonight. Shawnee will be in the playoffs in 2 weeks.
Two minutes left to go. 20-0 our score. And we just need to run some clock now. And hang on to the ball big time. Going up to Tulsa Kelly to next Friday night. That's our final game of regular season. Carter Whitson looks and calls a timeout to go over and decide what they're going to do for their last series of plays here. And, of course, depending on what happens, by the time you see this game, obviously you'll know what happens against Tulsa Kelly. And obviously we're at a disadvantage here not knowing what's happening against tonight in Tulsa East Central and Kelly.
That's right. But everybody's at an advantage, Mark, when you go eat at Sonic.
There you are.
Shawnee Sonics, Winteringer owns Sonics. You got 2 of them on Kickapoo and 1 of them on Harrison. All of them in town. These are the Sonics that have supported your Shawnee Wolves television football broadcast. When you go through that drive-by, be sure to tell them thank you for supporting the Shawnee Wolves television broadcast. When you see the managers on the street, or you see John or Kim or Jim or Sue, let them know that you appreciate all the support that they're giving to this Shawnee Wolves football broadcast. We appreciate all our sponsors. We especially appreciate you, Sonic. Thank you for all your help.
The administration, athletic director.
I want to say Carter Whitson tonight is really doing a great job passing completion. We talked about 50% passing. He's 14 of 17 tonight for 114 yards.
That is excellent.
He's done a wonderful job tonight passing the ball.
It looks like we have Walter Boyd, and I don't know who that is at tailback.
It's a big guy.
That's Walter Boyd. Oh, it's Walter Boyd at tailback, and David Holmes at fullback.
Was that David Holmes?
At fullback.
That's
great to see.
Yeah.
They had 2 big old boys back there.
I saw it, but I just couldn't. It just didn't register with my head. Well, those guys are. You got the big guys. Now you got the little guys coming out there.
You're right.
2 and 5 is going to
Cody
replace.
Lyles doesn't play little. He plays like a big guy.
No, but when you compare him to these guys,
Yeah, you're right. They lose about
number 95
pounds.
and 96 come out there. That's they got them outweighed by about 400 pounds there probably. Clock's rolling. Minute and a half left to go in this one, and we can take it to the house with a win. And our first shutout of the season, as Mark McClain is going to hang on to the ball, aren't you, Mark? Yes, you are. Great job there, buddy. Super duper. Gets a first down, stays in bounds. Or does he?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he
Clock
does.
still moves.
Going to move the chains. Then they're going to start the clock. And we're just about 2 or 3 plays away from a victory tonight, and a playoff spot is guaranteed because we win tonight, and we can do no worse than 3rd place. But we'll definitely be at least in the contention for a 1st or 2nd place finish, and hopefully a 1st round playoff spot, depending on what happens tonight against East Central and Kelly. And if we can go up there and beat Kelly next week, and assuming Kelly loses tonight, Friday night, then we will have a 1st round playoff, and we'll be back here for the game. Otherwise, we'll be on the road, but we'll at least be in the playoffs, and it's always good to know if you can continue that season, keep playing. Seniors don't want to just play one more game and quit. They want to go as far as we can go, and who knows what happens when you get into the playoff situation. Boy, I mean, crazy things can happen.
That's right,
and,
crazy.
I'm telling you, this is a good football team. We've said it from the beginning of the year, and I fully believe that they could be a state champion playoff contender. There's no reason why these guys, if they can believe in themselves, they've got the talent to do it. and we can see him take it all the way. We'd love to see that happen.
Well, when you watch a Guthrie team mature as it did last year and go all the way to the state title, you're exactly right.
I would have
Mark.
never thought, when we played Guthrie last year, that first game of the season, of course they came on strong there as well and had a great quarterback to lead them to that championship season. But especially, though, when we saw them early on, I would have ever thought that they would be the favorite for a state championship, but they certainly did it. And I think this is a much more talented team here this year. Carter Whitson is going to take the snap, hand it off to Lyles, and he's going to just hold on to that ball with both hands.
And touching on what you said, we definitely have the talented quarterback leader of our squad that could take us deep into the playoffs. And it just the remainder just remains to be seen if we can go all the way to a title or not. But I want to let the viewers know that any home football games that we have in the playoffs, it works a little bit differently for television to be able to broadcast those games on a tape delay, but we are going through the right channels, and we feel that if there are the home football games in the playoffs, we are going to be able to tape delay for you and play them just like we have in the regular season, as we see Cody Lyles there fighting for 60 yards.
Great run to finish off the football game, Cody Lyles, and they stopped the clock with 2.5 seconds left.
Because of first down.
Because of the first down. They'll just move the chain, spot it, and let the roll the clock, and that'll be the end of the ball game. And there it is. And we finally get a shutout, and that is sweet tonight to be able to credit the defense with a great football game tonight.
That's true. And, if it wasn't for our turnovers and for some late penalties, our offense played pretty well tonight as well. Carter Whitson, really the MVP on offense, stepped up and did a lot of things from setting us up with scrambles to running for TDs up the middle. Just a great night on the offensive side of the ball.
And I also give the game ball to each one of those linemen too, because I think they won the line of scrimmage. You said that earlier on tonight. I thought we did a fantastic job of winning that battle in the trenches there, and the offense stepped it up another notch tonight. And I think that's one of the things that Coach Whitson wanted to see that happen a couple of weeks ago against Tulsa Edison. They played a poor game there, and he commented about that and even took some criticism because he told it like it was. He just said they played poorly, and they did. And Coach Whitson has got this team back on track again as they won last week against McAllister and then tonight against John Marshall. And I think they're going to have some confidence going up there next week to Tulsa Kelly. I want to encourage everyone to come out and go up there and support that team if you can all have and work it out, an opportunity to drive up there to Tulsa Bishop Kelly to watch the Wolves play their final conference game and then take on whoever it may be. At this point, there's no reason to even comment because we're not sure who it's going to be. I tell you what, I'd like to see it happen. I'd love to see us get another chance down the road at Ardmore because it's really frustrating that game and get some revenge there. That would be rather sweet revenge if we could have an opportunity to play them again. But it remains to be seen, and we'll take one game at a time and finish up strong next week against Tulsa Kelly, and then we'll be in the playoffs, possibly here. Maybe not, but we'll definitely be a playoff contender as we've earned that right tonight by beating the John Marshall Bears 20-0.
And there we see Coach Whitson, as he always does, talking and encouraging his boys, letting them know what they need to do better and why they win football games. And I know one of his big words is investment. He spends a lot of time with these boys, but you know what? He's the first one to give them the credit. They have invested a lot of times, months and months and months and months of effort into what you're seeing tonight on this football field. And I know Coach Whitson appreciates each one of these boys and all that they put forth for this Shawnee football program.
Well, folks, we sure have appreciated your listening, and we definitely want you to support our sponsors tonight and give them credit for helping us out in this football broadcast, especially Robert Gunderson, our big-time sponsor this year. All year long has done a great job. Our scoreboard, Robert Gunderson, 20-0 is our final score, and we hope to see you back. Hopefully, if we're in the playoffs at a home field advantage, if we get that, we'll see you back here. Hopefully, if we can work all that out, we'd love to be able to bring that game to you. And so our final score tonight, Shawnee 20 and John Marshall 0.
I've always been impressed with those guys, the deputies and the admin. They've always been kind. The deputies have pretty much work with very little pay, which is disappointing to me because they need to be paid more. But they don't complain. They work and they do their job. I mean, that was what impressed me the most about these guys. Was I'd go on a call and I never once heard them complain. Go to hopefully we never have to, but going to a funeral when they're honoring one of their fallen retired sheriffs or deputies, the way they show up. So I know I've got a great group of guys to work with, and I'm excited about that. I think we'll be able to work together. We will.
Our beef is exclusively available at the Monk's Marketplace. Taste the difference that care and quality make, and visit our serene landscape to pick up your perfect cut.
On Benedict Street, Hardesty's Market and Deli is your go-to for all your local meat needs. It's also the perfect spot for lunch, offering your favorite local sandwiches, dips, sweets, and more. Support local. Stop by Hardesty's Market and Deli today.
For 50 years, Fred's Tire and Battery has served Central Oklahoma with tires, batteries, and service for cars, trucks, and tractors. Friendly and affordable, with 2 locations in Shawnee. Fred's Tire and Battery, a name you can trust.
Gordon Cooper Technology Center has trade classes for all ages. These programs are not just for our high school students, they are for all ages, and you have the opportunity to get further educated within our community and pick up a trade skill today at Gordon Cooper Technology Center.
A lot of people don't know we started Eric's Pharmacy in 1995. So we've been going strong for over 29 years. We had a chance to spruce things up, put in new flooring, new shelving, and it really came together beautifully. We invite everyone to come by and take a look.
Castor Key Auto Mart, online or in person. Castor Key Auto Mart. They're good people to deal with.